Semre, me ma akwa aba Adom TV. Jumedie we eye enkranhye semre. Na eme dese wo de afidi ato a. Se oni midi na da. Edi am yeso Apostle Dr. Anita Kutego. Utwa ne chaye Anita Kutego ra me mfu. My empire. Father, as we look unto you, let our faces be lightened and let us make exploits in life. Emre Nyankopon edi ani ato suwe. Makania soso bi ehyen anim na yemu abrabo mu nkunim wa akwanensa nyina so. Which ma kan Psalm 34 verse 5. Those who look to him, their faces are never covered with shame. One year wadi wani tu Nyankopon so no. Abrabo nim gwase nware wonda. Mempa abono no. Say na day anamutu bi abetuo no. Unhia nim gwase be hia nkunimdie. Hwɛ atimodi ekoso ya abrabo mu. One year purpose mu kunya akwan afaso. Any abusuan atete no. Ni nyina so suba atete. Everything that is happening in our lives that are wrong depends on dysfunctional habits. And they destroy our lives and cause our prisons and mental homes before. Say prisons be ma if nipa. Say mental hospitals be ma nipa. Na we nyina so subani a sabe ahohyeso ni so. Emante aba ensabia mu no bi. Sabe we bia otwi bi oh yes we yedro. Adan go pe prasa bonom. Na we obi na choma wo. Cocaine na otwi. Red na otwi. Wa brabo we ye na osua wo apampam no. So onya ahyeso gya asa suban no a wo nkwatenten. Enti de ye fam nyina brabo mu no every baby. Ni nyina so ne fapem e ahyeso a sabe nipa ye ni. Ahyeso e fapem e de mankonimdie. Ka kire ho se ahyeso e fapem e de mankonimdie. If history will teach us anything at all, it is for us to learn to take charge of our lives so that we can become what God made us to become. Se nipa wa suadi bi e wa abakwasemu a enye boni obeye oboni okoye enye se eto nkonko asumu abakwasem ne se so besi nkete asuade de wa brabo ahye wonsa na won se wo yie die edi wankasa na waka kire won se fina kwe ma de esafata meka de esafata ma brabo ayeye. You were made to be in charge of your life. It is only you who is qualified to design and do things to make your future successful. Onyame yo say necessary. No do brabo hye wonsa o say go and dominate. And to nkoto na wo asudie se obehye wa brabo na de esafata aba brabo mu. Enye obi enye wa ban enye abusuani enye bebe afiri ba so ya nkrani so ya kani so firi hiamu so firi sikamu eye wan kasa wosuban eye wonne ye esan say your greatest enemy that you ever face is not the devil or your friend. It is your own habits that you have left uncontrolled that can lead you to destruction. Your greatest enemy that you ever face is you. Otamfo a odimu a itimu odin a osewo no ene wankasa. Ene subani a ekura wo. Ene adwene ekura wo. Wahuno suban a wagya no a wontimi nhye so. Eno no watamfo. Ti ya na obi se me tia bo samso oboa otia wa ho so. Obuana matamfo dos woni tamfo biara. Sebe wo na wo che nipa ko professor Paul asem anobetan wo. Enti nipa ese wo hwe ne yie o abrabom eye wankasa. Wo suban wo neye wo kasa ene do beko. Your doubts can become traps to your success. What you know man near e be afidi e be som wo yie die na ema wo yie. Your fears and your anxieties will strangulate your hope. Ehu ene hayo betima chechire wo yie die. Your excuses will keep you from climbing the tree that offers you the nutrients for growth. Say, adewe, enyam na esa me banko school, me yetia. Ene be ema okwa ma honfru dua betima akote wabrabo mu energy ene nkoso. Your arrogance and lack of humility will keep you from reaching your success. Ahoma suofon me na me de me nti obi afutuo me ka maka me ene be hyew sabe proye say bibia ba wo bobi sobo your blame game will stop you from doing the things that can take you on the road of success. Say wo bobi asobo na nyi tumi say wo na tumi de wo ho no be su kwan a wonya ye de kura no your habits that are made out of your own self can create a barrier between you and success. Wa usuban na ya consider edema wo ye de na dem mpa bo no say akonsider bi aba abrabo mu a esi wo ye de kwan no yenyi fru abrabo mu esuban ya adwendwen kasa bi efru abrabo mu odofo ame na asese onya amere hwe me na me mfa na ase nhira nkoma Adom TV adwumafo nyina wo boye adwumade ba ho de di so ne ya badwam na aba wonfa a wo Ghana TV nyina so afia mankwa na ebe gine so na me de nyame eja ho.
Yamwachi biem samu akwa Badom TV Badwam so yada Apostle Dr. Nita Ekutegwase eni nkwanshen sama ode abreye de adu so ne ye Badwam kase ensam ne etodwa wo mu bia wo betini osofo hwe nwomasuo so se ebra no aso bibiman yan kasa nso betimi abo ye ho modern aye yan ye de sensa bribia ye ni de obi so omo aye no e asembe ye no ne nsem bia no pei ye de so mo sa Adom TV Badwam kase wo ko Facebook /Adom TV Extra Go TV channel 119 DSTV 280 uko YouTube search Adom TV Tube na kwa adomonline.com ensemi ne nsema foforo bi wo ho medidi afia amankwa tamaklo afia ni de mientie se de nsem ni chemu ankasa etie ebibiman ebra no aso se wo se yankasa ye gina ye mudie na ne ye wono ye hwe ne ye ni yie na tumi aboa ababa ye yendia ose eni ho kwan se ye de ho to enkrofo so bebre de bia de so obi ene bebeboa ye osofo hwe nwomasuo so ene de nsemi etudwa.
We all are witnesses to the compelling factor of dwindling commitment and investment by donors in education in Africa. Therefore, we cannot continue to rely on donor support to finance our education system. We are compelled to look within. We have the number of out-of-school children growing and increasing. In every other part of the world, in every other continent, the number keeps decreasing. But for Africa, the number is growing. How committed are we as government to invest more in education and to look for resources within our countries?
Vice President Nana Jane Opoku Ajimai enso di tudwa se ehun behia pa se ebibiman eka wono ebom sene emabunu no enso ebenya enkyerkyere ene ekwan papa ebeboa wo mo edaache.
We are improving foundational learning and promoting results-based reforms. Despite these achievements, financing remains a challenge. Ghana, like many of her peers on the continent, must work very hard to keep pace with rising educational demands. I also recommend that we work closely with individual national planning strategies, and I want to emphasize that, in order to avoid sweeping assumptions about the entire continent.
Penny Kwanchefo ya wada National Health Insurance Authority ano Dr. Victor Bampo ene wada kokobona ema yaresabia hodo no a won moje ayarefo ebuo bi a eni ho kwan se woje ya NHIS ema wo ho kwan so woncho ho free service suban no ho ntisa won won ewo bika
ye focus back on illegal payment senkrofo Ghana for ko ayaresabia na yaji wo musika abra card no National Health Insurance card no NSC yaji wo musika eno na ne yedi ho abobo na health facilities no bi kase aya na yesika no quantity no na emantem inti na sometimes na eno no wo moye sometimes so wo feel say sika na yetua wo no endoso Sesia President Mahama ni Minister of Finance ni Minister of Health Adaruma tisika no yetua no every month bosumi bia yetua sika na ma wo na ya san a review tariffs no sika ye de ma wo for aduro no ya hwe yɛde new one aba sika yɛde ma wɔn for doctor ne lab ne ade no yɛahwɛ ɛno nso ɛnkyɛ yɛde bɛtu dwa na wɔn yɛastate atua wɔn saa sika no yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛbom yɛbɛba together na yɛamake sure sɛ yɛnyɛ nneɛma a ɛmfata te sɛ patient ba sika nse sɛ wogye no na wogye no nti ɛno deɛ yɛbɛyɛ serious wɔ ho paa sɛ woyɛ facility na sɛ wo enjoy saa new payment a ɛba every month wo enjoy new tariff na sɛ wokɔ so ana wosan kɔgye patient sika deɛ ɛnɛ na wa na wompɛ sɛ wobɛka scheme no yɛbɛyɛ ne yɛbɛyɛ a bɛmake sure sɛ saa deɛ no ɛso bɛtwa
Adehye ya wormo ewo German North mensimo eya bonomantemo na nei won ebokọ adubi se ena aposifo bi no wo hono a won hye checkpoint ben duada so eye sampa wanchi kwantempo no so a wogege wo no sika bi a won tiase emunsem eni
ensem bi Adom News nsentwoni awo Bono region Christopher Kuma ensa akano echese omanfo wo mususu se Womu enitu anamonfa network no ehye German North Police Command ase saa bebi a omanfo enim se womo eye cashew production yi ekuafo dodo na womo womo de ato yensentwe enim se womo afo ha mu pa ena maposifo checkpoint bebi a ya na womo efa no onipa ba ko ne Adom News nsentwe ni etwetwe nkomo a wamfa ne din antudwa editudwa se cases awodwe akonenim pa a womo entimi entuso anamon bia emom eyempenifo na yade achepa womo kire aposifo yi anamon bia womo etu ewo ho no eyade a womo ni enyehu eye kuafo ene edwedifo womo de adesede ato Inspector General of Police IGP ene osoafo a ono na wo sa mantemu ho se womo hwe na womo ntuso anamon
Senior Custom Officer na dan ya dankura enum ehemu eneja to machine ama make say ne ma mpo enam so epra wo ma Winneba Trauma and Specialist Hospital ene de no akwakofie
nyame se nka no kwa ye ka kira Ghana mpanifo so oma ntoka ama Winneba fire service fo a na se obi fie esan ahye ne bibi sa ase biemu de ne asan papa nsi because omo ba no omo nam getting to 40 omo kitaka nti omo ba fie anum no ifie no pipe na wo fie anum no omo de bucket na ebu pipe no egu ja no so na mo nhwe se e dan 5 bedroom ehia ya de bucket na edum
no sebi on hwehwe mpo nti wono mu ni fat ye nyina ye yora ho nti boys ni nyina gidi nti fire service fo ba ha no ana echepa ansa no mo ba na ya yesa nyama ni nyina ewie the private car na obi su di moto no de ba ye
Yeni opinion leader woni Winneba Ninyi Arthur so twetwenkoma wa kire se enne no ho adwere nipa se fast station sai twa wo ho hye nyina wo mfidie enye adwuma
friend won no na me se wo buy wo kita car wo kita other private cars wo de buy wo doors nso de nka wo kita nso a nka only one room per be affected but wo kita car wo kita hwe wo de private wo de buy to be bo situation no me from get on the abrewa wo inside nti wo buy purposely to rescue the abrewa wa mba de nko bodum jan because wo kita car bia wo kita nso bia nti dem na need to see
Winam so ama ye ne Winneba Municipal Fire Commander D.O.2 Frederick Edupoku twetwenkomo kire se
no kwasem ni ye wo problem kakra ye ni fire engine in fact a car no break down now so the men wanted to go and assist into with the help of a taxi no omutumi move to the scene me fie no say na ochre 5 bedrooms na etre angasa nti omudru no neighbors na angasa na omo start omo fiase omo mboa se na be ombe wura dan mu na omutumi aye ho bibi fortunately omutumi eyi ma me penemu bia na ofie ho efiri mu ema no eba outside
Etwan samno aso na wotwe mu yesi mu na beto dwa say Roman Ridge mpotamo ho dan bia won musie abuagu ewi akire adwumayefo bedu enide dum jam penifo timi yi wo mo ne ya meka say yesi mu dum mienu ya hwe won eja won ma wo mo ekofie won ho ye wona aka no so ewo ho amayate be dwakuo nso so onye nhwehwemu ye hu ade kode pote me nam so ma Ridge Roman Ridge sa dan no ejrubuyi
NEPA 14 April. Out of NEPA 14, you had 12 echo Roman 37 military hospital. Apart from that, we had NIPA 2 Echo Roma Ridge Hospital. And as we stand now, or as it stands now, 12 of them have been discharged. And ACA 2, they are okay, but they are under monitoring. And here in Chebia, ye sure say, and Chebia be an NHNA, ye be releasing the part 2 now, Akano. And we are putting together a 7-member committee. Almost Shemono, a Besha Ochina, and in 2 weeks' time, no reports no be ready. And the reports near ready, the reports no be to
or signed to just say, Seni Bimo Ekane say, a year story building, Nina a jury to go yeno, or sent Tissa, Nemum a fan baby, and a jury to go ye.
We wish to clarify that, contrary to initial reports in the media, there was no structural collapse of a 10-story building. The event, which occurred at approximately 12:15 p.m. on Tuesday, October 28, 2025, involved the collapse of part of the first floor podium concrete slab, which was being cast.
Mrashe Bejafo Kumane Womuno na ene wormuso ejina edi samutu jase ne idi amampani abonidin se wonye Chief Justice Emma Omaigana no nya de se wo mo pene se wo se yetoto no ano anabibi etesa de ekoso wo honso ene
Dom kitwa na wo mra shebedwem wo mu nsia ana sesi wo mu etia eye kwan a wo mu befa so ede aveti eye Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni mra shebedwafo eye Kwame Eyimedu Entwi Asante Achim Central mra shebedwani Gloria Wusu Trobo Jondakon Suame mra shebedwani ene wo ma wo mo kan won senchofo enhyiemu ase no mra shebedwani wo Gushegu Alhassan Tampori ede nsemse na tu dwafa
notice that the minority has served notice on the clerk to Parliament that we have a motion for the Speaker to consider the suspension of all activities both at the Parliamentary Select Committee on appointments and the plenary on anything that has to do with the consideration of the nomination of Justice Paul Bafuboni as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, having regard to the fact that there are a lot of uncompleted issues regarding the removal of Justice Tokono as the Chief Justice. And we think that it is right that when you have matters still pending in the matter, you do not bring closure just like that. In Parliament, it has stopped by our own, standing orders from considering matters which are still pending before the courts. Currently, Justice Tokono has about 6 pending cases at various courts, high courts, all the way to the Supreme Court, and she has 3 pending cases at the ECOWAS courts. And we believe that for good order's sake, it's very, very important that we finish and complete exhaustively all matters that are still pending before we consider the nomination of the acting Chief Justice. Time in April, and then the country has not ground to a halt. So there's no need to be in a haste to consider all these processes.
Also for Yawasha Road, so governs Kwame Agbuja. Osiane Abano, I road contractors, Nina, no, Obetua, one musica, Mirano, Pepe, Sebeya, will be making no son case, Nisika, in Tiquano, want to me.
Atmosphere is created where, in fact, currently 6 months. The law says we pay them in 6 months. We don't intend to pay people in 6 months. Once the regime of payment improves, contractors don't really care whether there's a clause in there or not. And we are determined to use the big push as a template to start that without having written that to the contract. We pay them within a reasonable time. Then they can go and actually retire their indebtedness to the banks or the financial institutions, and everybody will be happy. So we shouldn't be too worried about the clause of our interest on delayed payment. With regard to advanced mobilization, yes, if we had the money, we'll pay. But as a minister, we owe contractors we can't pay.
chairperson ewo public accounts committee so abena osei asare enso de to osoafo enim say
a lot of talk on the bypass. And you name Osino Konongo bypass. Minister, I mean, some substantial amount of work has been done. Can we please continue and complete it to make sure motorists can use that route? Last week, I was told that from Inuesi, that is my constituency, and you name Inuesi, I mean, they were stuck for about an hour or more. Cars were not moving. So, Minister, can you please give us some assurance that the Inem Osino Konongo bypass will be completed as soon as practicable?
Yenye so na Adom TV. Badwam kase na ha na brema kwan na no pay. Ye de sie ye da se omre. Ene adaje a wada ma de fa bie. Koso na ne yentene na fe na ye de Adom online. De obonkrata no akudie mu nsem any health tips no. Eto so honorable incoming Bismarck akwasi Boating insia. Emuache
afiam doso
na bia boko
nyankopon adom
edanase
samsom ho ye de
oh nyame adom
ere yame tampacho quick one mesre wona hwe ye street light ne so
okay
sa street light na wo tesano please de po honum ase ya che se ma hu se we so ne wo ase ni made ne so no se bo na ni presso sa esre mo please for Ochemu ano de mrika sa mun sampanifo no munye ai traffic light na fama ye why na tora bia
ebi o mun sora homachi nto
yes tora bia makas ne bope so dodo obi afi se ne 10 years oko
watch and go no
ti esremo mo amohwe a street light ne so no
and
the traffic light be be
ntina afa mani so
yeah traffic light no esremo ada esremo pa
esa ya na ha dream
enye
you all joining especially ya na ha dream
and we can say achimota so the same thing enso nti ebesre mo ye dia hyemo nsa no mo hwere munye ho ene mo so a ye ya na mo nam akire etutu enhoma no so munyai
enhoma tuo mpo hu na eho traffic light na tu nam say nanti won ebebo mu like just ye send ye masa na ya fe eho adi ne ekọ
munyai
o ase no
mo bo ma ne kadodo
ko watch and go di anu odi o so we ayi first learner o afina wo hua driving
hwie de betwu no
na ko o de hwie de be se be ya be nya mfam bia watch and go makosam pa na make wurade eti se mitimi afam achimota all station ho mitimi fam a de nyame ase
wa wie hodom
sunny fm hodom fra ho say na udi roma ko Alisa no
okay
so sa intersection no do
traffic light so nyaduma
sa nyaduma utimu so wakoma o si erade ntu bompa so obi ni wanim na isa udi na na sa wona udi kan ya sa be ye
we be boss so be
enye easy ene ahaya ezi omo head office ye wo hai ho so watch and go we join ringway no ho so say watch and go no so edru ho a waso be hye the traffic light there mona wo ma mo ma no nya adwuma na no police head of communication so obaha akrofi na me ka kire wo said ya na they had doing say time ye hear say police ebe direct ho no ya ye ntan ho traffic light no wo ho de a anka ne say ye nyina ebe follow but ebi wo ho e wo ho kra no mo direct ye entita ma dru watch and go na nke ye hia wo mo say ehọ na nkomba ba boa ye agina we ama we yakọ no ehọ nhwon mi wa ba no bi tentem oba mienu bi te ba bi no mo hwe ye e kan ye say no kora ya no ma bre awia no hye wo mo sa agina mu sa ya na no odin but edru sa no so hopa na ya na ehia wo mo ho ano because tomata o station say ya watch and go ano odin o ye da untimi join because do free no plan e be wura tomata
speed o ye dey o be wura
the o free second so call ayi atomata inside na kasa and so speed o dey say wo free if I say akweteman na wo ba be wura mu a enye easy nti yesre traffic light no nya dwuma ko pa no
ye increase ye cameras no okrom if yes ye increase ye cameras no so okrom na emwa na enuamenim so hu sa video yi abranti ye so jani a okoto share
kwesi na dey
afia ye mama mfo nti ade we ase
ya na ye ka kire wo
yɛntɔ aduro wɔ pharmacy ɛmfa nkɔ back
ɛyɛ serious o
yɛntɔ aduro ɛwɔ pharmacy ɛmfa nkɔ back no matter what ɛno nti na da bi ɛka kyerɛ sɛ ɛmfiri wo pɛm nkɔtɔ aduro ɛwɔ pharmacy ɛmfiri wo pɛm nyɛ sɛ metia meya ma me para ɛna no afie tie ne ya no ɔno para wei agye no ti nso mba beto bi yɛnyɛ ne saa
na me kyerɛ sɛ wo eri kɔ nyɛ ɔno ana kɔ yɛ ɛm so ɔsoman
yes sɛ ɛna meka no sɛ ba kɔ soma ankɔtɔ papa ne ti no ɛna yɛ so ɔde kɔ akɔgye ne sika ba nipa kɔ kɔ no ɔde prescription ɛkɔ yɛ a ɛka mistake bi ani ba bia ɛtire fie da bia pharmacist da bia ɔmo ka kyerɛ ɔmo most of the time make sure sɛ nipa ne kuta prescription if you to kɔ abrokyire na ɔkɔtɔ adura jawado sɛm tie me yan kɔpɛ adura to
na ho de o se na ho yan to adura za da bi o bibi akɔ hu GP o wo bɛkɔ no na ɛhɔ nom de wi a yɛyɛ de yɛ simple ya me yɛ na ma fɛ sɛ ha ma me para ni bi ɛnu nti na sɛ wo mu free efie kɔ a
yes
wo mu aboaboa bia no dada because sauti ɛyɛ wo ya te sɛ me tie me ya na sɛ ma wura ma hwɛ no makɔtɔ aduro da bi enti wo mu ekwa no mo aye wo mo do kakra para bi de first aid bo benya da bi before no wo be booki appointment wuti o na emergency wuti o ya pa wuti nka onya para bi a wo wi a wo beda no yes wo booki
yes
enti ya de mo mo me ya abuse no
ya bia
na wo hwe kwabra ne pa beti se pass wo your sre ni pa na customer friend twade no si na ni so bona yam
because ono twa adwen say eh yɛntɔ aduro wɔ pharmacy nsa mfa ma o there's a woody baba to one na meto sa aduro
no o issue dada because kwasi ade o ye di ano de ana yi kan you know doctor kwasi o say papa baby a wo bi eche wa no pay ya sha atade pa ba
nipa bebre abodam
nipa
bebre abodam nipa bebre na abodam
asem wenya bufuo fa ana make say sebi kura san ko kura tu a kwasi ko betimi adi boni o
oh yeah
so kura tu
a be me fight against please frame mom di to fro trotro no
na posi kwa de o fro try ana wona me de me
tina me de bia me
me di obi achi kura me me tine ho ko betimi atega
trotro ma please need to see from sem de awrade hu mo bofe kudos ma me see for mo manu ba bia me dunam see for afia because me ni ko ba ko obenya ma de bofu
and also
oh yeah me de please no need to fro trotro
na me just say trotro posi ni kura de na ne mamu yi anka posi ni die de na wo de no wo ko trotro ka bibia system ne ye dwuma omkro mo ka no omde ko no omde ba
nipa wo hawo de nam ni wiase oba
ya kontin kro e bono kwa chi kura misuru because bibia betumi asi
obi afa na ene ma yo ba wo ye ne ma broken heart wodi tey na as
we obi afra no mpo mistakenly na nsa bi a wo so mu ye kura na trigger na say ba so aro no na de ye nam kro ye nti kro mu na stray bullet akra bi se me nka wo man reho okọ na dwuma wo de ne ba ko ye akra na ti adwuma na nim ho di agrosa stray bullet pa e de ne ko na sasem wo ko ka ne sei nti tuo kro no me de
me de
this idea me na tuo ko me
me the last time for na kwabra ne bi sim me do 37 na me see
ya we see no no
I'm far car for I'm say there
it's better
ya kwa Adom online
ya kwa adomonline.com some hodo ya ba no pay and no pastor arrested after forcing 6 men to strip naked for alleged rituals at Budumburam ya kan you so ne dada ya che osofo no fi say ememe na mema na kwa no mo kasa video no no like interview o mo kasa ya bo mo kwatre kwa esa spirit no ye ba na deja it is spirit no ye
o so bo adeja
okay tian ya ubowura mu kwa adomonline.com asansam no e wo ho
ya mesumi
rade hu emobo
ya mesumi afia
eno na ma bishop Taki Aboya sam no kan ye no ase enura one of the story we omo peke ye no ase nipa asofo no ade wo mo ho ato wo mo aho so ase de wo mo kan e fine nyame asam no nyame de no wo mo ma no nya adwuma ebia ni ye wo gidie wo nipa mu sin nyame mu
issue na fia be ka I think somewhere 2015 2017 some part of voter region as of mama bi wo no otimi conscientize ya man for man ko we so your ba painful o brebe so na call hospital ko wo wo bayifo wo fa okunachi
how
it became like something say o say chinchina wo fie na eba smooth dia next one fa okunachi but obre ansa na watimi I think said Kwame Boateng yes documentary no na atum kwanta yeah obre ansa na watimi awo na say ya ka so of akunachi wey na say no kure and it go to a time where that the maternal mortality of recorded wo mo kwanta hospital na nya adeketua because before so e bedru say dey Obadeba hospital na ipa obi kwa ne bakura wuto ne yam ne wonya awe ba bema na uze todo ya bema bi won mu a oni titu de yirefo so o akwara keke o for the past base 1 week na ne ba no
1 week na ate ho
na no krafia se obetimi a convince na yire se yenko hospital
baby hospital just wa fa chiri
eti nyame som no there be ya meka hunu nyame for yourself hunu nyame for yourself asofo also meboa yen etime me atutu na mo e de asiye ahwe susum dia but at least hu nyame for yourself bibi asofo be come our bible echi bia no enye nokore bibi asofo be come bible echi bia no enye nokore but so oni mo bible a if you nime bi wo no mu a o mani pa fa betiu
no yanto so na parliament so asema see wo ho ni o show up to work or risk your seat declared vacant. I speak an warning as a be more MP position also omo madwuma someone him say MP call Parliament House ayadwuma okwa yadwuma na wo mai ene speaker na aka say so one ma
na the first female speaker of parliament if any say o ma me
so my female
banfo time ya kan do ya kan wasem aka
ba be dey be yadwuma
we him say fia mrashejafo ebi adwuma yi ebie Parliament Sakoye. There's not been a single day. Yenya even 60 members of Parliament sitting.
Some.
Yenya even 60 crowd also. Mama 50 sitting at a go.
I don't know why.
If you say, Omuko chase contract a project or ministries for their constituency.
Now it's a 2 months was a son or more than a 1 month.
The formation you cry and say, who and who could chase a day. Would you see it go ahead?
What nanu tumbi?
Aye,
that's what also can be.
Because a local governance system, if you are any juma, say yeah, juma, MPA or sorry free brush your film, who office, DC one office, and then another fellow squash for so Minister for Government Communication. See, the last quarter, the last 2 quarters, Yama, this would be a 6.4 million Ghana cedis for development, for project. It anytime see to be court ministry because more so when wa buy no power.
Yeah, some because you better know so na honorable Eric said body incoming MP for
this one budumbura na mano. Budumbura.
That price of constituency.
Yeah.
I hope on there be. There was a walk bay.
Me just so.
Say be a walk or dear.
Yeah, maybe I see the between. Wow.
And then you
Okala party atade bo.
Yeah, Team Red. Kasa Bianca de. Ebome. Yeah, Team Red. Ye ni
abo. They say e show nyame free.
Wa wasema. Eso wani na so kwasi ani.
Oh my goodness.
And eso many. Ai. Ebom mi amahu dada. Say mi gina me roman sana mi pie. Nti wo de ne ento so. Nti me da se. Ai. Na me da ma chi so de ma obahu de ebo ho.
Na ne me hade.
Kufu me na ne. Wo ne chi ho ago. Nti ye
right. Thank
you. Me ya do ma e me ndo o chine chi me ya. And ya party no eba. Aha, ya sha white asanka mahu. Enu me kala ni nyere. Makata ze de ka e no wo ye. Homo de me nse. Employee, intimate family of 5. Ye 50 Ghana cedis. Samini ba many more wom. Me boy we cry the same.
Why?
Saturday don't eat shit. On the boys the number. Oh, you super. Oh, we good. Your rappers who underground of.
Yeah.
Me do for say I. Obi a underground ade enyimi. Nam say I say no aka ni say nobody. Mo amuni mo bi a wa underground ade enyimi. So that's we underground.
Allah.
Enti ya we do mali gombo botanical gardens. Akwasi enye mu ma on it.
Right, but that's it. Fantastic. I'm saying ya mo ache yesa to us live on Adom TV. Bedwuma we can see now. E dey to us Kejwana Kasani Eric Asiru Bweni Bernard Paribo Trey Pablo Aima, the producer side by Chassia, near free and the English League Cup games at Bath Arsenal about Brighton by 2-0. Liverpool just and Liverpool once again Liverpool nkoye back-to-back defeat the Dorso. Swansea, Manchester City anyway, Wolves also Chelsea born 4-3 and Newcastle about Tottenham by 2-0. And Otimusa yes Liverpool and why think Neman nkoye crazy aka Premier League betumi aja Carabao Cup well man no competition than Carabao Cup boy so no ebu aka is that can be and fan say league so na anything just an emu eden party ama Liverpool anya some keto akra say yeah draw no we no say na bibia asi akoye okopie mo aba bi Arsenal ede ne ho akwakwahye na ebi nam yi ebi so twe form obo ne ade now Arsenal and Crystal Palace and they be pim so in the next round as the quarter final of EFL Cup. Cardiff City and Chelsea the ball now Manchester City and Brentford about there will be Newcastle and Fulham and the Crystal Palace Tete Crawford Banano Chelo Community Shield afei maybe the league ni mo shower no how san be shower Hassan show just say the Crystal Palace in the Liverpool and agents won to me no ehu pa ya kan say on our screen dear people call second round results course so yen hwene sisi a Germany dear no dear people call ni and Kazachstan ko share Greuther Fort na finish no Magdeburg so ko wini ye Mainz share the home against Stuttgart and I finished Leverkusen ne ball Paderborn by 4-2 na yenhwe na Schalke and so acquisition ne one Darmstadt and a Freiburg so Eko wini Cologne Bayern Munich bought Kanai and a Union Berlin bought Arminia Bielefeld by 2-1 yen called Italian Serie A games at Basel and Como tonight feature Las Verona bought Cami and Sama Verona to move back home on if you there Nana don't go there now Juventus bought Udine by 3-1 Roma winning 2-1 Bologna and Torino Bian Shebi and Cremonese and so bought Genoa by 2-0 Inter Milan HSN and Niabre bought Fiorentina by 3-0 Yanko France games out of course so Paris Saint-Germain California Le Havre eche Brest ebono baako wantumi ante Lorraine and the Paris Saint-Germain game no 1-1 serious Metz and Lyon 2-0 and Nice about Lille by 2-0 anyway the Sunday matches no see Ekoye in the French League Sanso Monaco ko wini by 5 goals against Nantes and Angers ni Marseille the Ekoye to Strasbourg about by 3-0 Paris and then Lyon about 3-3 na Toulouse and the rent see 2-2 and radio draws draws akese na nketwa na team si boboy sanwe guaman for bet musa ani ade and hadwen pa now yankopiem and say for mo na ye but fia be hwe na no ada the Black Queens of Ghana qualified for the women's AFCON in style and that was very very beautiful pa my you know 7-0 in the home and away game on Egypt at the Pim Sono and some see coin and against Nijaba came last and I coach them Black Queens so say na niaje kwan mo fa so qualified no hwe say future no bright no ye beto aso akoyade e wo AFCON ase
team took themselves to a bronze medal and also I don't remember how many exactly but the biggest part of the group in that team made their first WAFCON. I think it was maybe like 18 players or something like that that did their first WAFCON. So with that experience of course going to help us in the future. So we are a young team and a new team especially I would say. So this group is just getting better and better. The final step onto the WAFCON tournament, so we did it very well.
I don't know came last and some of the to enjoy hormone. I can't say uncle the Canadian Premier League more na enko heady ekoso more and as of folks still unbeaten, but fans then unbeaten. Yes, someone lose you, but unbeaten in Crawford anyway, especially at home. I win back or about draw me and fans me be na Jackie can madrin pan ya there. Kwame Pariado made in some kakra to just sampa omogitum ese enema esesa on a customer has of folk
kind of say not them goals so we kind of say we are just not in the competition to add up to the numbers to make up the 18 and for the 34 matches in here to ensure that we have to be very much consistent, very much competitive in all of the games that we play so that at the end of the season we have something positive to produce. However, football there will be ups and downs. We don't expect that we don't expect that football there we win all the 34 much. We still need the support of everybody because the players need to pitch in us. No more to no more chest fans, no more say we cannot disappoint this.
Kwame Opariano kasama aso folk ni sebono na yakane sara kopie mu okotoko kachia na babaya ya ene Saka Dauda ashe training ase so that some good news coming in from Koroko camp nti ebe ha o next game no be si akọ now ye go so the Ghanaian Premier League ni mo no unim say nation self ya find new coach Frimpong Manso and Omojiri ye second bia so na ye the man to take them forward 2 years and omo assign here Frimpong adinani so adi hu the back club mu atuja.
Nations have always been fighting for the league, and just last season it took the last 2 games for Gold Stars to win the league. That tells you how serious they are. So for me, yes, we've come also to do our part. What I believe in is to always try to build a team that is strong enough to win a title, and a team that tries to always play a good football, try to build from the back through the middle and then to the attack. But then I believe in a team that fights. You know, playing alone is one different thing. And also trying to also defend for the team is also another thing. You see, for me, I think football has changed a lot, and knowing how to play alone is not enough. But playing without the ball, that is the most important thing, and that is where we will also look at it critically.
Right, Coach Frimpong Manso, and I had a new head coach at the Nations FC. Now, Franco Trading Enterprise can one opinion in some Franco phone papa de Franco appliance papa no Franco Trading Enterprise. Now, endpoint to be part of clinic and so can one opinion. That it be ba Accra Kuma Setadi Tema Tachima Asiama. Bo. Just say I'm to apete Ghana by beer mama for Ayarisha and nine of course be beer how piano Bora endpoint to me part of clinic. Now ya can say you so Ghanaian Premier League demo and 11 wonders about to draw some coach or that lamte or say Jumano or the ato say ya shana when ya be hadring or that the ato what's wakasa fize we ja adwuma no no entene cafe na ode ensam kakaba to draw actually mo the ode adwuma na to
Prompting for bear 4 and discuss as a fine. To see them the team making and as we move from more there. Not be so many of these things, you know. Won't continue. To me, and I'm really resigning. And to know, I said, you, Pamela, and I will start on. Come and do money at time. You're just like about 3 weeks, Brana. I said. Mukoto team na gidigidi nti no eze mze teje for na mze be 15 bi na ba na mza gidigidi na me justify nya be another 15 come so mo register 30 any year pre-season na ka be 3 weeks normal start league you know and I'm gather am one so far it me be start league you know nti no na me zanu so tamamba mu kakra December bre woman ya manema obedine treble mi coach nzo na nye coach ndino na mega do mo ka se mi ye mom na mtuma yo mom se no me so se tibu na ejina ne na so ase yo mo akonya bibia omo de tim no continue wo se me makwa na do mo nya no be over.
Right, ni odate lamte any other what any saber to Jana say on one as wajai has a told be enquire abaka say oh coach then ya de but enyo no at team na woman prepare ye papa bia no the be season nti ada kwambia so wajana endpoint will be part of clinic medical come one some their child 0244 867068 answer na 0274 234321 endpoint. We part of clinic was at the end to all chronic diseases. Franco Trading Enterprise number the jail now for any so fair. What else if you bet my order near the Abreu? 024 642 2338 024 642 2338. Sounds on 055 593 93 1111 Franco Trading Enterprise so at the end of the hour. Yeah, you do best no pay or say Miss Doris will say of a raspa or Shemota, fantastic morning going out to you. TV Media said that Adom TV and you pay your child Miss Doris or say of a raspa. Fantastic morning going out to you. Abia yabasaba and you rest yabasaba the chase seminar so at the Bashan so Division 1 live on Adom TV. Division 1 live on Adom TV in Tiana Washebi. Weekend be a match be a brown Marebi. Saturday, Sunday, no affiliate near the day on the 15th. Yeah, bata di a dame and Timon Train, yeah, body more de pan. Then on Saturday, yeah, White, a colleague on Botanical Gardens, a color party, I say Ola Bawo. Padibochi, Pablo Aima, and the producers, Kedwana Gassani, Erica Siedupodi, me Jemo, Ediama, Mr. Bismarck, and Madame Ophelia. Over to you.
That's it.
As I got Mr. Mrs.
I can't get it. I can't get sway. Kana ga mano ko kwatwe haramba
ke benya asem
asem je ke bi beba listen the code line
me ko ware me chiri ba mienu shi akai
brade jabe
asechese
eno ara ye ka chiri ba mienu asechese mutu wo munya chiri ba wo onu kwa me chiri ba mienu a wo kware ondi mu kura
ala ye atwede ne fo
emfa
was ye atwede ne fo ana
I
was here aye
nene ma me di kana
enu ana makano
aye
Next ba mienu
de omo nyina account the Cyber Security Act for neighbor.
It's fine.
Kaka say ka samjo da bla father da.
I never trust.
Even small boys in me agro.
Yeah, cancel.
Na nka say ko ka say ka. Act number. Okay, father da.
Okay.
On Black Maria. Say Black Maria on pass ya Black Maria na promo.
Great.
Two cars manya no kra na ma so do wa shede.
Ya do me dem ho, me se me mpe small boys e chi ba mienu me mpe. We asem.
O de twaso. Say you fat with them free I also still ask.
Ya kuma kra na e pa. Unia.
Over to you.
Ya da say. Ya da say me ensa ma obi achi bi me ma obi akwa ba. Badwam de ya sha se director Richmond. Wadaroma. Aha. Mo manu ko for mama kakra ni dim. Meda say nti ya mo bi achi bi em sa mo akwa ba dwumadie ne se badwam de ya badada 5:30 ni ejinam e bom nwomu a na nkranhyen sama ba 5:45 wo wi a 5:50 near the news no aba fair goodie mo and America see everybody awie the bonkrata no any Adom online stories ya share Adom online stories ni bia se ye be say tim ni aboboso brebe mu ebebie phone lines no nti radio fosu 97.1 ye mamu nyina chen ye mamu nyina kwaba mo tune in amutie ye no ye da mo ase no wa waje bre hwe ye so kwasinsi afia mankwa tamakro na ye gina mu health tips no so ho wiki mu nyina no fibroid ho komo ene ye dey 5 minutes penti Mr. Twen ye enko ye wie phone lines na health tips no to aso ntia kwasi mentor so adomonline.com said ye di kan aka ye se a kire osofo bi se wadwa nkofo nsia bi ho ewo budumbura ye se wode ye rituals bi ni ade ntia no ewo ha na fe so ye kan na speaker so say MP wo be absent o ma no fato adwum se wanhwe a ye be declare vacant a seat no antie no so ho asem ya kan dada posifo achi nipa du amienu kwasi ye se wo mu kra munitions a wo mu ede etu kwan akọ nsachi ti ya kire wo mu nipa du mienu ya kire wo mu badomonline.com a wa wonim say small arms and light weapons wo mafri ase wo so wo ankasa fa ade ne brass ade ye mo ka ye ohwe wa wo de ba na wa amfa amma no mu si akire beje ene ye bebo ka nye ka keke wanhwe a wo bedam ti mesro unye osrani unyi security background bi ekura ye dai enya no mponkwa ye register ye on license one crowd nti BBC ye nya bufo kura no watwe na didi ewu na de sese ne manti ene ye bo ho ban sa nti no so eho asem ewo ha futuo we eye pa ye nyina ye ntie wo se plan early for your retirement, don't rely on salary increments. Ghanaians edge ya tu ye nyina ye nimfie ni hunto
to be me kan crunch na sika yes ye depa ni bi plan na
no say so that question to o pa just on plan that's all plan enya ne kese o
enya ne kese by is me kase ye nyina aso my son ada na am a pensioners for ekan a lot of Ghanaians go to pension on hunger so mention as we speak, a BG pension as low as 300 Ghana cedis.
So
if you so say the panel, besides salary send no watch.
Because
salary out general, and when they the age was lit in the age. So until say ye so my trust near who say, ye as so my near man phone in ye. Ye man from that sitting no enko ye. Anything I can solve a can't lifestyle auditor, then probably bring sure. Because if you be sending probably coin of fast so yan, maybe a kit on there. I pay and then, and you will be a catch or will be a chairman, dear. But Mr. Ghana will be your dear. Number 50 Ghana is also your gift tax. Nipper said no work GR receipt or just say if you be the children more, how much your gift tax. So, yes, and no credit, but no credit fear. And let me see will be or 2,000 cities was me. Nipper Bako. Na yire ba e dan your team won kan obede fie timi asave bi senye sabio
bibi na papa business na obe ya but there who can make can dey to so we o man Ghana kura ye team so obi kura ye betimi ama na snit nteto kokora no a na ne youthful age ni nyina atwam o wa hete ko be 35 40 afi ansa na ye snit afie no wanya adwuma ye betua ne snit
obi awie school 10-15 years afie no wanya adwuma
ntino
etu emrese na akọ wani obetumi ya contribute snit
wo benya o snit
ena na fie am sem no man ne wo Adom FM pani bi sani message and now I did 350 Ghana cedis send a snit contribution again he has one more crowd no adwuma
obeka ampa had
cause any colleagues okosra binom no I say tini etie nyina japade na wo ye ni ye no wada so renti o
wa hwe serious and one you careful as one more
bra me ya say ma mokro no o kan sabe ka so on moral grounds is enye but the truth of the matter is
it's not easy kra but ni nyina mu kakra but the messa ka so at what they say individuals na won yo bi adwuma ono a ye na adwuma no so emu ya medofo sesnet ni bitu ho
ye kan sa nye kan se me sie bio me se da bia revenue tabe ase with them to say e na agi bi mpo na aso ntimi save bi na dey bi mabiem na we
na be ne dey enti wa self employed wa so cosnet ho na ko bisa wo mo se de ye no na wa so ye wo de wo so me na so ato de ubafo no ne ade ne delivery fu emu nya sika papa ye careful because ye kan say e bi nya sika pa but one minute da ache ho odinene but kai say ebeto brebi no onye say ya be kakra fia me nye say aho mere bebe mu de ehye be ne ye de ato ho ena wo kura bie na wonya bie no ti bi to ho for wo da ache suzufu ani tu ni eno no wo ka no ayo so wo hwe wo mayie no mo aba behwe wo ma no so be nya ma a wo mo so ba ba behwe wo mo ti se be ye na nkwaye two burden enkwada nkura no so sa wo ma no so nti wo so de kakra na wo ma no so de kakra so remove
and mate for bit me clock here about 100 to 120 cedis a day
se kwasi bi munya sika
e man nya o se e sika because ye mfa bombo so me na de ma to count sa no sha se atie gum circle guys no atie gum so 100 Ghana cedis they pass no Ghana e mark 100 cedis but the bim ye mate if you munya 100 Ghana cedis
a day me see delivery fuwe okada fuwe
kwa na o faswa who save bi
we free estate kwa benyampo no oba circle ha what you say 120 200 okoka so 200 a day enti so a day na say o de o te kakra to ho afeni be so kra no anya se enti mo me nyina ehwe ho ye na ye fefa bi ento ho asam bradomolai.com sansemi ene nsema foforo bi e ho
ye fa daily graphic de bokata enso ento asom president mama na eka so say government aims at stable currency man pani so obo money se betimi ahwaboa am ye sid na timi akoso anya ahoden ejem de bia sam Minister for Roads and Highways so that was the new payment regime to clear road sector debt within 90 days. So before they share Kwame Agboja, fantastic Minister for Roads and Highways. O see a ban pen for the share gwamwa. Abosumi e santem e katwitwi di ometo ye e minister odom no o me clear ni nyina e de every wodom. Daily graphic de bokata de we e by daily guide enso enie. Light wave clears air over digital health system shutdown. It's light wave for so be chirichirim. Na fortunate for us menya minister for health kwabena menta kando fia near the commodity afa. The enti ado health insurance no ko hospital. Yes we folder aka ho no. echimu ebeba na no pem o say ex Buffer stock CEO wife charged over 78 million Ghana cedis theft some no kasa fe nura sere na no brada ona fales kwacho fosu e kan se afi de ko papa po awdu empadefo akobonom e se kan nyina bo ye so one Nigeria awia Ghana sika 78 million Ghana cedis. Supreme Court dismisses Adom claims against judge. Eti esemia owura Adom ye ogina esenia no ene ebo eye high court judge na ko Supreme Court no empedefo nyina no akobenkrum abonsansem no ato aku. Daily Guide enso enonom. The Chronicle the Bokata enso eniem. Was the last ministry largest group to use science-driven methods to reclaim degraded lands. Okay. Ejesi en sase agalamse fo aseno no. Last ministry ni ekobi account ma bebu am betimi aboa. Sene bia sasa sene betimi akatakata ni nyina eso. Lightwave refute a cannot shut down claim. Eti honorable Kwabena Mintaka na since mo be kan say Lightwave for na na to system se nya no kre. Sansa no kre bia edem minister ba obechiremu ebiem. The Chronicle the Bakata eso na the way e buy. Graphic showbiz mi hu bi chache. Also, we killed our own industry. So, Christopher blames creatives. So, Christopher Neka says, moving is a gua. A good movie industry. No, or more, you'll be a good movie industry. No, it's a graphic show be there. Also, better pay. That dispatch. A stable currency remains a critical pillar of Ghana's economic strategy. President Mama Neka says, Ghana put me a fantu papa de friend near Jasus Kasam Kwasua. This is a bomb me a seed because nya or Nissania. Eko say ya. IGP Yonu meet NYPD boss Miss Jessica Tick to advance US Ghana policy cooperation. It is said na na mama no US ni Ghana e koso enye kitodi enkaka for a police ko betimi afa so e boabo ho ama obi etimi agina na so eye pa. Da wakata e di efoni abaya wotwa abakosem de fa Ghana city no ho to nya bi ekenkan a bo bebre e wo Daily Dispatch da wakata eso enonom. The Hawk newspaper 600 million Africans still without power. Hey, there's also a big member of the purpose of Pepim Ahensia. 600 million. 600 million. And if you're so many in Canio, the soup can be. Hey, hey, contract centralization killing district.
You are much one or moody a woman. Oh,
Ghana say Nipa say Trump.
And one more area. Padoa, one more any in Kania. So they be a chiabio, Mudia, Mudia was some monum. How? Why? See, can a Dawson. That's one more ba. And son of William Watt also bet him. Ah, Nipa workshop the door, yeah, ma. Or spending 7.9 million Ghana cedis. Oh, communication also babach him. Radio TV station how do a call? Yes, a castle on the man, some trip for one. Dear no chia. Also, William Watson Quad was about over him. But coin of fast was spending 7.9 million Ghana cedis. Also bet him. It's the whole Dabokata and Daily Post. What a gifty Owari and funny about or see former deputy NSA boss gifty Owari Mensam was simultaneously enrolled as national service person. I know you're former before by deputy Nana.
Yeah.
And before by deputy.
So yeah, you might bosumi aketuano. No sa edda national service allowance so. Yeah, bosumi ya no sa 700 no. Asa no sa ni main salary. Unse ye wo me yourself ya senne. Me ba se me ye adwuma multimedia. Ba be se national service or multimedia or se me forfeit me salary. Na me gi allowance. Multimedia or mobile beside support me so work with here you ma be dia. Multimedia bit me support to be 1,000 cedis aside or 700 cedis. And no your salary. Be say give to why dia no gi bosumi akatua no. No asaba be gi national service for allowance no.
Na boss na nkasa de na boss no.
Mini boss den wa. Me a paper review ntino. The ex-Buffer stock boss and wife face 24 charges for alleged 78 million Ghana cedis theft. They said the court mama who a June 9.
But many they were as a couple, so no, they are working together. Sanity. You say you're worried and you're back. Eh, seriously. Anyone I know. See, can a doss. See, can a doss. Move the bus. Chale, more war when they moment in the hole. Because when him said, and I own say, because he dear say, I say. ye wie bia esesa aban ne sesa se ya ne besi yem se yem hwi ntina be no ma
no kra o me say politicians ensua hwe no kra ba so me say most of politicians they show mo call prison do na serve om terms anwie
yo too much na mo ma se hofo no mo me ebi ni because chale ye be ye djuma sa wo be wie usika ya he that thing about retirement ntinto wa akwaje no boso 300 no be millions na esa wo no brabo pa be na abebo wo wiase areho nti ye say boys ye tie ha dwen ye sra mo mpanifo wo be didie ye say didi wadwuma no ho ba ye careful ade a wo gi 2 million be wie che wan akoduru 10 million nti afa he na mo wi amasa ba be su ba ye te so ba enya kura ye wo ska dodo ya me hira ye hurricane wo ahwe ye kokosu e erade nkwa kire bi si ha ya de too much na me dofo bi wo Facebook Steven Dapa
okay
osina ni je ho pa nti Steven Dapa ba bi a wo hwe ye wo bia no ya ni so papa bebre wo ho ya wo mo ehwe ye ya nyame hira mo wo betumi ya wo da mo anso afra ba su bi 0302 211 701 702 703 704 0302 211 701 70234 Kofi Tiny first caller Brago fi amu achen
Meje moso minya ba fia
ya da se
matia of akosi green na Kofi ye ba bi tinam
ya twa
ya ba bi tinam
ya twa wadaroma
ba ma bia me kwama asem so ma me fanchi akese ma ye MC o bibi ni anwa se kwa na me nche MC driver mbola oni nwa ube ebi mu bia nyankopon enka omo ewudwumadi omo so di bo MC me kwama asem so no Antevia, the Agana, no, I said, who didn't we do baby can now? Just net to catch you, ECG, and will hold. And so, I saw open to say, yes, some two, Ben, yes, like a cranny, any adjustment. I know we are better to say, woman. No, poor focus with your internet, I know be a gassa, Name, yen to soka kabra ya brena wo se ankasa blanka monya bi anka motiso na ka be na ka yeso ya te kaka no mo santum abakosi nyame hu ye nyina mo
ya da se akisi ben so ba be me na no pay ye nchia we
da wo so sister fia wadawroma akisi masum na ada green of akwati obi na de man na say ono na fa ya so mpe green no because sister fia the red ni hu do good triso no say no akwati say green
kwa bibi anim
we do ha ni we da me nde ya nti wadawroma ya bra she red bra
meba me say that me that red wa bobusuo me say green wadawroma ma no kwakọ ya ba me say red secretary security coordinator Roger Asare Tando or boys. My million said your boys man and the Bonabaso. And I working off regional minister here were that Petty Bentum or boys no papa. Sister Pia Penny for you 2 for you 2 separate. I put one in an open with the Maya. And I mean, Yanka, I Pansiantam. Obu how Chimpra, the war, yeah, Juma, a day with me 1.5 or to me 1 million. Oh, didn't you know? But that's nothing. But that's why I'm now with that one. One hundred and I wouldn't mean behind you. Now, man, for down and now hang. Tamara and step you now sell who judge our now will be done on my one. And then you need guess near your co with Tabra, you my phone. I know about Trano. I kiss me in my crowd.
Yeah, that's say, gentlemen, so bad. Gentlemen, will pay you watching.
Hello,
Papa, I'm watching.
Yeah, no.
Now, free here, whatever.
But actually, I'm a free Koforia.
Koforia, yo, what am I into?
Oba yonko do.
Be akoye.
Wa kala no de e ha na mo. No Manchester. And I'm a
TV say
papa. Na oka side da so no to de na ekume. Master man say eh snake for. No clearly also education am de my no could be a cheaper me na juma me pese if me contribute to now say wa juma na could be a wo ye no nyame wa doma na ekọ nanim kakra na be a ekọ nanim no almost when you be 50 years kwa juma no o pese we increase ya wa juma no so la ha no e to be increase because say we nya 50 years ko no ɛno no asɛ wopɛ sɛ woba pension nti ɛna woto so but no reason mind because one say Ghana adwumayɛ no yɛ na ayɛ biribi ɛwɔ hɔ nti bɛdi mmerɛ bi na edi koraa na wɔadwuma wɔyɛ sɛ na wɔanya customers mɔ na apɛ sɛ wotua no ɔte daabi ɛde sɛ wa mo mi sɛ mind because asɛ ɛno ara na ɛboa yɛ kakra yɛ adwuma
saa mo dako yɛ ba kofo de ba ba hwɛ wada wo ma
oh bɛyɛ hwɛ me yɔnko dɔ me a friend as I William said ya sorry dan the whole is in NFA ɔyɛ ko pɛsɛ na me kai
yo wada wo ma ebeba
ya me adomo ncheche nkwala e wo machine na akra ma register on Smith
okay ya me show yɛda se pa yɛmfa yɛ course ni si wo a wogya so yɛntumi afa fa kyɛ ɔchan kwa hoɔden wɔ hɔ a wada wo ma on the first scholar yɛbɛ pick why because wada wo ma yɛmfa si na yɛnkɔhwɛ ayi no health tips no wiki mu nyina de fibroid na ho komo ne yɛdie tie ne yie na di ho hyehyɛ no so sɛ bɛyɛ a woyɛ ɔbɛ yi ho ha de awode no da ho na nya adwuma bi anya de a kwabran ba betete ho nanso kwa yɛbɛfa so abɔ yɛ ho ban no yɛntie nkomo 5 minutes and tune off tie bi yɛkwaba nansi emo akwa Badwam TV Badwam health tips media fia amankwa tamako yɛde Dr. Frempo di nkomo na wɔtwe mo afa fibroid ho wɔhwɛ yɛ nneɛma bebree na no yɛpɛ sɛ yɛtoa so na yɛnhwɛ ɛkwan a yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛtwiti fibroid no ɛkɔ anaasɛ ɛnkɔkora yɛmfa sedama yɛn sponsor yi endpoint homeopathy clinic Bormada Roma ɛne yɛnya kwan ne Dr. Frempo ebi ɛnkɔmɔ yi ɛne deɛ mu yare bia ha wadwen for endpoint homeopathy clinic 0244867068 dog endase yɛmo akɔ aba na wayɛ adeɛ na wɔtwe mo kyerɛ yɛ adeɛ paa yɛhwɛ ɛkwan a yɛtreat fibroid no yɛtu hɔ no kɔkora na yɛno waduru ɛnane no ma yɛ ho tɔ yɛ
mepɛ saa statement no paa bebree na tae ka sɛ wowɔ fibroid a ɔbɛma waduru ɛbɛnane ɔbɛma waduru ɛbɛma nanane afiri hɔ na ɔkora mu no fibroid nya adeɛ nane sɛ mekyerɛ mu na ano no meka no sɛ ɛyɛ tumor yɛka tumor a ɛyɛ abnormal growth nti sɛ yɛka sɛ obi afifiri tumor a ɛno a ɛnyɛ cancer but ɛyɛ abnormal growth ɛyɛ honam ɛna ɛnyi aboro so na ayɛ den na ɛhyɛ hɔ nti ɛno no aduro bi ani hɔ betumi anane no ama na ɛyɛ deɛ nti a wɔn ka ne sɛ ɛbɛnane no yɛ sɛ adwene bi wɔ wɔn wɔ adwene bi sɛ ɛyɛ mogyatoa a ɛda awodie mu sɛ mogyatoa ɛda awodie mu sɛ different yare ɛfrɛ no hematometra but ɛno ɛnyɛ common but wɔn a yi so abibido bebree na wɔn de sa fibroid na wɔn ka sɛ ɛbɛnane no idea mo mo de kasa ne se o mu nze moja toa nti o mo wadu ɛbɛnane ɛnampa nhaba bebree na ne nane moja nti nim tree kra na ne moja ginger ofa no bebree na ne moja nti o kan no bom na ofa onu ma moja betu nti moja etu no subconsciously na adwene ne se fiber ne na you see that but wait me afa no for 3 years 4 years 5 years fiber no ba ko kra mfiri ho ebi be ba be kan ho mom because ye wa moja na ona ne etu obi you see that nti ne se obi ka so be mo odura na ne fibroid a em say onim de o kan ho asem because enya de na ne eye honam enti say fibroid da ho a eya nsuo ni tissues the fibroid dey timi mo bi afu ye kese so painful oh yes ebetimi mo fo ye kese te say onyem no a say eda wode enu mu na obi nyem ade na ma ho so onyem say na wode ye kese awode enu mu bie tu go nte na akwala na oba no ja wode na ebie ni ntina na fuso fibroid no so dem ebie bu sa akwala no nti ebie nti ebie na fuso fibroid na ye wa obi bia te so painful obi bia te so obofunu but intesio obi bia ba te say painful na because nipadua no be hunu ne say asa wanyinsan but na wonyinsan see nti say fibroid ye be treat a there's no way I was a for do e be ma moja tu okay because a tumor nti say obi treat dia it's either you have a way of bringing the tumor out or you have a way of reducing the size or shrinking it. And you know, shrinking omo nane. And nane still. Okay. I mean, I can say a chum. A moya ketwa. It may shrink it, but intimate nane. See, into treatment options say oh no. Say that's one day very common surgery now. Okay. Because your other treatment options be your re-embolization, your hip treatment, any other treatment will be outside. Star Life. Yeah. Star Health Clinic. But what Star Health Clinic your way you treat man a free home. Okay. Your way you treat man a shrinking. Okay. You have 2 options. Okay. Depending on the case, and I bet you say we obey this option and this option. Until I ain't mean Gina Bontin Casse, fiber no fit here, obey yes, you can say, and I say because condition be unnecessary. And is that the condition is here, none of us say, treatment plan win a bubble, and I win a bubble. And Yamacha, the style of planning, the treatment plans in be anywhere. Okay. And to say, why a surgery now, maybe on person will be because surgery, no, yeah. If you find really free after some time, a sign grow back. This all sign you. And to say, on person, yes, surgery, not so treaty free. Your other way, I did treaty a bit free. And now say, maybe your other way up as all showing can also quickly now, maybe tonight I bet showing guy to how crab you. Not a free hole, not quite and same baby. Now, treatment I ain't your one on the man, near quiet and same to surgery. And I'm with your 2 years or so. Number is 0 number no 0249 200 555 0249 200 555.
Otuna sabre ya kaya woi na ye hwente we de ono no fibroid no de oba wo mo ha o mbabo otuna sabre ya ne number no de ama ono kaya ho na ye hwekun ye be prevent ye ho kra every fibroid no fasedama endpoint for your part clinic won da wo ma eni edi nkomo eti ti ya wi bia wo fredoga obedo so ye da se.
That's say walk over Badwam TV. Badwam, Jumadi, so Team Red, any, Team Red, Miss Wow, Babano, the women never do t-shirts, Cassabi and Yachi. Team Red for wow, Baba, a cacrebi, to wow, Babano, Brabe woman, a jo dear, and Mahome, the Humoha. Never jo dear, Team Red, Team Red, Team Red. Family of 5 year to 50 Ghana cedis. Fan crana ka home, mommy ne daddy mumra, na fan crana ka home, yabeji any bebre, a good year bebre, bacoso, Eddie among crano, Mr. Sawo Bonso, wow, no family no, no, I be kakra, and so kakra, drinks kakra, Adriane kakra, that's a saying now you did so, a picnic kind of family party. And yeah, you know, Samino, so the new judge, many more. Oh, and Damemenda, I can't wait to see you all. Legon Botanical Gardens. Since Mr. Yamra, near for Domo, Domeradia, Yado, Team Red. Ah, Yanke, Anokeko. Aye, Nadom for Red, den. Nadom Heba Center for Age. Abanani di anymore ewo Nadom Heba Center into dog on so shine red na other staff members no so asho mo red munyina mo mra fi say red dia wo mu a apomoden pa nyamesom pa enkomo esiesie fie ni ade na say me kon do ahoma so ye mo nkomo yinsan ni awo enkwa hia health tips live worship and ade biem kra chese ye ne Team Red no ti sa programs ma bobo sway ayi telenovela ni nyina so ani je ho a red ene nyame ya adom chinechi bemenda adom color party o hye e de aba enti on say health na making enti na Nadom Heba Center on share red eba be support ye enti me so ye nyina ye mra bra me mo akwa be
mejo so o say Team Red no yen kasa bebre me show working
sa and na ho so aye fe
it's in fat so Team Red for ma Team Red ye ho fa kasa wo pe wife a oba benye bi enya girlfriend wife oba benye bi
wife materials wo me so bomra ya me yadom memenda ye nyina ye mra na before memenda no bedru no also sesi ohun sie oba eso nya pomodin pa be ma infections nya se clear nti abna ofi Nadom Heba Center eni edi nkomo ba yensa bo akwa babie
mejo so menua ba ebusia medi nchia kese efi Nadom Heba Center ebre obibia ohwe yen anope Nadom ye na produce na fa X-Vein mixture na fa X-Vein capsules na fa Lady Clean and afi so na fa Malamex Nadom garlic bitter syndrome bebre na medical mo boso anope me sha say the freeway small but mighty na fa Lady Clean Saturday do na so when your infection na sister woni echi bra baby enti no sisi a wo hwe me make sure say me nua ba won sabeka na fa lady clean 100% natural feminine hygiene wash na dom yankasa na yakokwaye makotete ndua haban ene ndua hini ye de fa fidiem ahoro ho aye no krogin doctor fakuku dam ena agina fidie ho de haban aye droi kama se na me kan no aye purely herbal unko yuzu wie enkonko nya akira sembia da bi me nua ba sa hemfie honom ekeka wo enso abegu ahemfie honom scratch and we no scratching so we ni hwe enka boni bi sebi efra hemfie honom eba before and after our menstrual cycle no aya wankasa untumi kwa engina enka efri honom eba enti make sure se anope won sa ebeka nafa lady clean ebeboa na esiesia ahemfie honom kama ebia wuwie ye na nasa abrabo mu nsem ntina ma ahemfie honom abie ahemfie honom agija upese osanso siuda de mu tisa kwala mono na eno anie nafa lady clean sawa kakra hye ho enti ubehwie liquid na gum na de oda kwa ha mechira wo de be hye ahemfie ontumi fa hye won so squeeze liquid ni guma ebe siesie honom ni na kama de amount tumi se de ahemfie honom asesa se na first na wotie no ebia se na mdi kankan wo wie na say infection bet na so change ama honom abia wonim say infection so na so change ma ahemfie honom ebie enti ni make sure se won sabeka nafa lady clean be hwaboa na etu ase krakra de amount pempi no eya na meka se bibi hyase se edan ne ho adi ewo ni padwane ni aka na hye no so se ewo mogye ne mu ente wo se wutu wase enso begu ahemfie wo se bio enke efra ahemfie honom eba ahemfie honom abia wo ye ho hwea enye ye ukunu ba won chenkwa na ato na yem hyehye ahwe ewo mogye ne mu ente wo se wutu wase ne mom bibi na edan ne di ewo ahemfie mo hu se bibi ye de enkoso ye ewo ni padwane mu ente wo ben set we ni alright ne mom no obenom we na fa x-ray mixture and the capsules nafa x-vein mixture and the capsules ubenom and also purely hair by ya and yade aye ubenom na infection no the homogemu the wash system candidiasis UTI syphilis na eba besene akọ entent na ho na enye hwe han abra na Adom Herbal Center yade ndu papa se abedwama so enti mane de mu hia combo miensa we nafa lady clean nafa lady clean eni and then nafa x-vein mixture and then the capsules no mano ehia combo miensa we but emema ne de mo we no mo nka ho never na do kwose we de ba no nko a what I say na mema no so mo be no we anyway mema no so it allowed mo betumi anom ebeboa na wo be siesie wudun so twa no betuma dun so ye kama wo da na dudun so bebere ansa na ade ache ade asan wo se wo da na wo ji wa home no sa time no na dun so tete wo dun so bu kon dun so ma won na wo be dun so 16 times 17 times 18 times a night ansa na ade ache adabe nwa be ma make sure say won sabeka nafa x-vein mixture and then the capsule CB and shemboa na yi sa hali na fi ho enfama urinary tract infection at na so che na tent na ho odwon so na wote ya wo mkoje fiche so kodwon so abechimachim say de na dwon so ne mai adan nwa be mo akwa wo so na dwon so no so ebeba kitu bi felise kakra den akem nsufitia bi anase moja bi eje kire bi wo kwa moja dwon so na odwon so moja nkasa na eba and tent na ho na enye hwe han make sure say won sabeka nafa x-vein mixture na capsule CB tent na ho ya ba kwa rubber e mani ndu sa level na se mani ndu sa stage na sa abra na me wa ha frame na ni me ending komo se ni how ni tie bia no nyame Adom ene mo ho abotra ye wonti be hwe wo ha no ho epumase bre e de amount e nafa x-vein mixture ene ne capsule tum se obe ma na nkasa kwa no ahya ase se e sesa color aye color no na ye color bin so begu ano asan so e fon e ye ketekete ekokoshem entent na ho na enya hwe ha make sure se wonsa ebeka nafa x-vein mixture ene ne capsule si bia be hwe aboa na etu sa ha na sini na e de amount minya be ma wo ho na wa yase e ya wo ya enke ma no mbo mo so munya e ya abdominal pains so be ma na wa yase e ya wo ya say entent na ho make sure so won sa e be kanafa x-vein mixture and then the capsules e be hwa boa na e sa ha ni na efi ho no mo e de amount yendroi enye na pharmacy shops and herbal shops e ukrom ha bebia no wo kwa wo benya bi ato fire number na efreye e 053 11 56 556 053 11 56 556 053 11 56 556 e wo treat wo ho a ma wo partner so entreat ne de complaints na do so e ma no se omo fere so be ka kire me ma so omo fere so be ka kire ma no so bonya infection because na adwi na be ne say wafa na chi enye chire fa no nko an obi betumi na infection o use water closet na say obi e can use na okotena so na say bia nsuo no bogu ho ana say bema no eye ne bema no to WC na no na so obi astay no so dada na nipa no go bia ne bema no to an obetumi enya bi nti munya mo ho abotre esremo na wo treat a catch your partner na so treat ne ho because anya kura no infection no eba ye no oni na hia mu hia ye so automatically ono so enya bi nti wo treat ho a mesre wo se ma partner so treat ne dia se na betume to ase kra enya sa na so oba ne treat one party treat na the second party treat ne dia ebe ye wo ho saa nti no wo treat ho a make sure so partner so ebe treat ne ho say nsuo no so do ne aba betena 247 na eto musi panties ne underwears na anwa na stress obeto so ohon so wan ye ho ne mu yi a utunya infection edi free ho enti ne mesesa ne how ne tie bia say ya wo mu say menstrual pains and disorders say ne tie bia no fabada na Adom Herbal Center say ne how ne tie bia ho dro ho me say depression natural craft for me say ne how ne tie bia no e behwe na ya pe ho pomasibre ya de ama fire number no e 053 1156 556 053 1156 556 me say so jeja ho na fitina kosi china unya infection a unkobi Legon Botanical Garden na ye kono ntumi ni yechi enti no abanso a ye mpen kan bia na de yechi esrew make sure so obetreat ho na etu ase kwakwa e de ama o ma ye to sika kokko peti adisi o musaso no mo nchen ye mo muska de chips kofa de ma beton no o mo nchen munya be ma o ka nya o ka wate ye ma ho fe e ma so oba anya oba wa dresi kuntan na ma bontin ne no na chese o yo oba na oba wa sisi no hu na mani na hemfi ho so de ekoyi nti sisi ho na wa ho fama na nkasa no e attract good things in fama wa de ase enti make sure so won sa ebe kanafa lady clean especially mo ma we no fresh mothers no behia we o transfer share no so wi a na de we no side ahwehwe ho na yi fini keka wa na aba aka ni na aba besene akọ fa number no na ni ending komo 053 1156 556 053 1156 556 053 1156 556 kana share so sa pomodin pa wo e ma setena pa entime do ntena ho ma yare enji ni pedua no emmo so nya sikadan ma na so nya pomodin pa kra sika no be den di wonya wiase adwuma ni na so wonya hoden adwuma no be den aye ti make sure so be mo apomodin ho hia pomodin pa no na ma setena pa
ye da se Adom Herbal Center na ye te won kano ye da bna se papa panti nya me yadoma memenda ye nyina ye hia no ndu pepe ne abanta yemrantem ukura ni panuma utia 50 Ghana cedis ye nya ntem na yemfo odomodom na ye nhia ye ho ye da se ma yenkwohwa ho sepe mam boatma ye krado ode ho sepe eto so ye wie eno a ye besa tena se ne ato so ntie nkwa ba bia ma ne na ha ye kwaba
how many years have you weza na besinde enyum na toy da foforo wo wasom enyum o wuda enyum anu munsam obo convict wa adwen obebisa won nsam mpo no brokra na erbompe na enhadara inyim wet mpo a ebaka kire nyame no na da menwumi na ye reuse back to back mabo na hate na nyum wa hade hate after hate nyum nyinara power and pay nyame ahen Adom wo bedwuma ho sepedo na mezi the legendary Emmy Newman and Mr. Badwam. Good morning, Oba. Umpo me. Nyame na Adom. Nyame shiro papa. That's. Abuso be chance ni. Into no ba manda wase. Because yes, and pay you make up on no be ka. Yes, you tell when you mean another person base and one catch the tell when you mean because why be there nyom obia share was there. O te wonyom no zinyini into no nyame nhira papa nyame onkro wodom mehe amen dem bro ba ya ibitim ha cha amen because ye hien nkofo wotda wo me we hye na abrabo bebe bia antino mame nyame nhira papa da wasim so da nyame cha wazi na fa nhye wotemum na fansie there's a blessing him. Yeah, American the meaning na menye Sarah so because Sarah so wonza pa but ozanzo no was this Sarah uki wuni no ho asabara yenti no mama ya minimum nyame nhira papa ya that's na and pay my blessed that abakam nsa
was my blessed the musuma abakam
more come work out crap. There when you for Fraser.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited because in the you come the movie. In the young gospel, you tone, why queer baby or the monk on so many bobo. But answer no maybe sir. There, not a young. Yeah, well, first time when you blow up pie avenue, when you blow up.
Actually, you mum oba pado pano. That was 94, right? Yeah, 94.
Too few age. That's 31 years ago.
94, but
too few age, mommy.
Those times, you know, na ehune ba na ya start and see na ya fa abrofo honyum na azina yedzi ye na nyame susum konkron o brood upon the songs to, you know, lift people's spirits. So the song that actually came up was Lord prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
You know, Brony been in your ma.
Brony been in your ma. No more too, but home Conquer for now. It's in pain for when you that is the song that actually brought me to the limelight.
Okay.
Yes.
And from there, one case when you
so from the magazine, come for Jesus. No, that 20 Jesus. Okuma for Jesus, Odima for that is hey. That song, and Sana Major Ninamu Major Ninamu in 1998. Okama for 2000, or yeah, do me 2000, same Moboros year 2000.
Now you say at us
for year. At us for year, maybe 1999.
Wow.
1999.
And all of these songs, Mama, like ingredients, na yabazi. Na bazi na wasn't your human na over 30 years as a more.
You know, say, Mammy Muhi, the Henny friend here no, is a hopopo. The Bible say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And the Bible says the Yankopo no may be no a ebioni basa and then and see. Knowing that what you have is not for you, but oyebini ejuma oza more de yeman wasasi do no. Empeda what if you win something, you work with it. Now I'm interest about so we don't go studio unless the Lord himself. When you may be a more piano, so be not show mama samana mucho yamina no leading in pakona faith mama bawa emi non to no to you na I mean yamima who is war ninum tumo and see and you go yamina mucho but yankopon konko or kata nyum no do a bonne and you know why here because bibia may be an seeking and sanamaye samoko studio and pedem who do pedal catch up the kwa na menko inside don't just get up and go to the studio. Numbers green light, no. Then I know that he's going with me because me was studio. Me then your to the studio. The angels who minister with me, they are there. So, Nyankopo or the bojana ato and you know that I don't see you when it comes out now. America summits name, Mr. Wobo, Eben Dofu now check Musa Mama Tarofo. Our feeling yummy man more. Boy, mamo, viazimo, Ibandofo na 94.
Hey,
in say Raji,
maybe dates no more about me.
More papa, and the way who mammy could be away who money and legends no so more bored because. When you pa Erazi when you no more or the madam does to me. You see, when you are singing, you know that. It's not you singing. Obi noroto no form, so you must always be humble.
Into no ekasafa the fear of the Lord willing to know. Ma yenhwe one time no one era no and na sisi ara na ma foso enwuma warrior no. Ebeka there aza why you hear the fear of the Lord ana.
Muntu man Canada ehumchana but oda warren kasa na nyimpa na nyame afro za adom na oda warren kasa ehu ene ehu za nyame pe na za America say Erazi hene jai was so within one so the why hins and boy hen mama ya wa pezi so essay the Lord's prayer so you must know that bibi wo ho a onye nyame na peza menye see I'm in the fear of God na mama tsasin we have to do here, because if you love somebody, you obey the person. So say, obey my command. If you love me, then Jesus Christ. Of course, if you love me, obey my commandments. You see, when you love somebody, you obey the person. Say, obey na, no, actually, you don't have fear for him. Yeah, because sabi, you say one because one way in but because you love him and you fear that if you are not careful, you do something that maybe obey you're offended. You don't want to offend your husband. Well, why would you offend God? I hope you understand. Because Bible says today, thy maker is thy husband. In seeing kun kesina and kesano, only here bofo and son and here physical husband. You want to please them, so why wouldn't you please God? Sometimes we falter because we falter, but there's an advocate. Na mfancho but if you ye born na ye hankasa ye impound wo born ye ma born onye he ne tsena na chechiri ade no wa trope eche da chimpo and sipo there ye born no ntidam no obele du obodwen there wo voice edro to onyom na de na so na boni bi wo when confess na ezinam na de bi edro to onyom oyezin wo yen generation
see tell me generation crazy see ya fanya me bebre ya take me bebre for
granted yeah
na ya na ye mpa nyina anye de ye wie ebutumi akakasra bo na fache into no to America no azanya me mpa bi ye ne ntarehye mpo no mosma ye some kate na azinyina ye offending mpa no kote so zina offending nyame aso nyen to de nyame kitinkiti nyina ka ho na ye ne nyoma no kote mosma na nka ano no one nyom let no
because say ya fa bibia for granted it's like we are doing anything anyhow anytime
my fame one time na CCR that one time no now once we are very famous papa if you be me mama your fan big fan manka o shall go food to the bodo ma be pawasa papa also for us na me me bucket
na kai
it's on the wow say it's na
yeah the man from nana but when I went in with Cardinal, me feeling from Nana.
Okay. It's also one time, no way, very popular.
Yeah.
My share in the popularity. Popularity in social media.
Yeah.
And you following all the Mawas, I see already in the my differences, no, now how I adjust to in the fame.
On America, they say, and you know, after a while, a about you know, yeah. You know, Obia Peno, American I mean, to me, Piamo. But me and one no condo. And see, not being famous, a bay and maybe a on self-fata. And I think me too, me much chasing. But you may be also sorry, Kakana, Cassa, yeah, maybe I get you being an ando. And say, oh, my Yapa Cassa, very careful so that we don't step on people's toes. Fame is good, but in your one order, you focus, or what they can focus, call Yamina, Uhu and Moborno. And oh yeah, my catcher uncle for the say, Yamin find him chon sewa. Men pray the book find him chon as ya. Chets I say, men yegidi there or them he or them do maybe I had time. And it's a process that we get there. In time, me cheesing you there. So one very son. God will make it work for you, or God will make it happen for you.
Okay. Yeah. So naturally, I'm controversy because of your or gospel artist, but or thrive on controversy.
So he or she is trying to make people but Bible says not by might nor by power but by my spirit. Nobody can bring you down. I'm not say.
Okay. Now, I can't be a winner. It's the mayor here.
Oh, I don't know. Jamamenya matter be a friend of Masha. That's all.
My pentar pie.
Yeah, most amazing. Actually, my food that I think I'm amazing mommy as a pump.
Okay.
You know,
but for how many years?
Mum has it. Mum has it. There's sometimes when parents no want to one here abroad no. When you and son who there maybe na nyamizema na nya cheza nyamizema ni because most say na me pemo but mo na mo won che no ntuma mu there because nya nyoma meta obi abe bottle ball there where you at danger it's when who there ada o momonyi na ba so menyi ni so warrantam.
Okay.
Inti I want so bantam. Inti na cheda there. My distracted. Inti but me fashion. The fashion.
Mommy, man, why are him?
8. 4 boys, 4 girls.
Wow.
Oh, you will be some nancy. Ni na one. We man among one. The
reason why I sure that you probably saw about something there, and now you can't be see all the wall now confederate. But looking at you, like looking at you.
Do you know the secret?
What's the secret?
I'm 33 years. This there why the man 33. I'm going to catch them. They say, "Ebe you born again now. Ewe Yesu Christ or kon wait 33 years. Into no soon not so more. Into 100 years to crap you remain. The inner man is 33. Though there body no show there or there is some growth in Yamabasisa, but the inner man. So it's the inner man that keeps me bubbling. I hope you understand.
Yes.
Inner man no mama bubble. Yeah. Munia, made 33. Now, could you believe that if you crap on a mobile and then my way comes to Susan Coco, made 33. Give me the 33 years strength. It's a career. You're back at 3 decades. Yeah, my 40s now. 40. Not to him 40 years.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, Adom.
It's no. My share in this 33 years, up a moment. Never had this was my moment. The moon brings a mission when you power, my bravo.
Actually, me starting, you know, me Reverend Charlie Sama Otakrade. On him, started, we did, that was in the 80s. We did a lot of albums, or that time, no, a CD, or a cassette. And see, on you shall say how I even came to, me then over first. Over from the Yankopons on your worship. And so I just am in a month. That was 87, 88. Then you started. See, you started in 1990. Me here for a long time. It's 1994. The Holy Spirit to say go solo. Number solo 1994.
Wow.
But number I told you my eye check. And see,
no, because of all proud moments.
My proud moments. See, 94. Remember out no. Oh, yeah, man, because I made my first song, and I made an invitation to California.
Nice.
Morris Celero.
Nice.
So that was my best moments. I'm making up a panelist, the motto solo.
Wow.
Lord prepare me, I'm a Kenya, or your hate what Ghana. That's it. And see, movie and you to America, the representative of Africa. And you know, my lady, give glory to God. I have worked with this man for 40 years. He has never allowed any African to stand on his stage to sing.
Wow.
You are the first. And we were in freedom.
Wow.
And see, that was my best
moments. Yeah.
Singing on the stage of Morris Celero, California.
So, pop. Now, my main, isn't what I do here, Bazi?
Adumbi Ajimi. Adumbi Ajimi. We say in the Bible, so many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him from them all. It got to a time in my life, let's say about 5 years ago, it wasn't good. My life, you know, became something else that I can't even describe it here. Some people saw me, some of them are even on the social media. I didn't even know myself then. Maybe a film it was a whole lot. So through that journey, you know, and the Lord started giving me. So see, from 2022, my songs are so means I'm 14.
Oh, I see.
14 a year, about 15.
15.
Yeah, no. My Nina, Jenny, na Yami, Ozimri Femina, others Sanyama or Barbara. But sometimes you are Abrabono or you do baby a baby to buy an Abrabo when Yamin pay.
Okay.
It's Yamin Uber for process ma to shape you a Cassibra, obey young, Mopede, or Zoe. And Sammy, maybe I'm catching a coupon and Mamma Femino. Maybe be outside the back of maybe you're going but I'm I'm very grateful to God that He took me or He's taking me into that journey to shape me to become who He wants me to be.
So honoring Adumbi Ajimi. Ma to kakrama me na ye onchare
Adonye humabo ya so me mu zamana ye tintin ho. Me na me kwa me be nyina ye ma hoden nya me na Adumbi. Woyi me fi your town for shishe ne mpo chire mu Sister Michelle Brian Fufro.
New one crowd don't be ajime na inyem new man inyem lyrics inyem most man inyem tote was a nususu na ni emotions se bibia te shede inyem ne voice no so say angelic papa pantino ye ma streaming platforms ni nyina do ye
yes our streaming platforms ni nyina do. And I know if you listen to the song Warankasa, you will come back and tell yourself and tell God that God, thank you for allowing me to hear this testimonial song. It's so powerful. And it's God who brought the song to me, and He allowed me to sing so that He can draw men to Himself. The Bible says that if you lift up the name of the Lord, you also draw men.
No cry. You know, Mama Emi, nyami in shop papa. Na etuma baka mansa na pay ma ya twetwe nkomo. Me so nyame bebree fru hono. Na Adom Ajimi.
Adom bi
Ajimi.
And so yet ni bi Ajimi.
No asa my testimony ni na ra yebe to no. Nyomo no na kekete. Mo so do meze enyomo no ibejaw. One more studio home nyami show hono control humonya nyamu shewu na meda hom nya season no ya da fancy do nyame ya adoma yebesa na yeshia Adom bi Ajimi Emi Newman
na uguso shana team no ya red will be answer red that memenda Adom color party Mr. Bra say family of six so nam de maka 5 96 ukraini pension out to 50 Ghana cedis no be share samini ti Mr. Oyembra 10 now wo ho nye 10 now fifi brantam watimi adi agrache nyame hira usa na yebekon so amaka che se je se onya apomuden pa ho dodo wa ntumi ma me ani ani so mpese oba ahoden mu team red nso apomuden edigye asare kakra nkomodie lifestyle ti no ye team na solid team ti Mr. Oba she red mane nye se mi chetua waso Jobet Heba enso ha be me na no pay enche we na bia boko de ya mi sra pa o kala na na problem de but we dro ne de ejina muti ya de be che osara uhu
and the Saturday is ba red na
tem se sakala no na she red no mamu adawo ne ye ba adawo me o se nya pomuden penti boy enu ahodo amowo ene ne ye ni padwe mu
mcheche Ghana fonya na me so and then your topic be a pese ye ne Ghana for che nipa bebre na say nipa bebre na bu omoni aguso e ha man for pa stroke once o share stroke o sha obeti o si wonya stroke obeti so wonya stroke obeti o na no ho ye dem pa ba say wonya stroke nti say aye common to a point say as see ano say nipa wo ho no mo say o ma wadwen den e cost because obia bit wonya stroke stroke na mfa so we pain say obia bit wonya stroke so far as we ni pankwa de e say otimi den e hwe on hu ye nti den per say me ne Ghana for check across na be ya wo so to one ma before Obaba party in class, so to say what pom dinner then I was so send be en for how ben en farm bill. Into a cash stroke and pembe binano, which I Ghana has seen now. Near a hat nimpa jimpa a month for baby nano, pembe no more diabetes and no more pressure, no more cholesterol problems. These are the major causes of stroke, you know. A hand here cash stroke and look at stroke any day. About who stroke and say will who be, but a day. Say a cash stroke and a co be a 7 night dream, no more gentleman then. Intimate dear for Sanye, and I say imponobia na junu moja den ATC. I say there's a rupture within the of the blood vessels. Into being fancy moja and me when it trim. Has na dream. They are the most people are tired a tiny stroke. And in pebbles social stroke na and be my motanya pa because baby nano. Everyone says our pressure and so sugar problem. Everyone said they don't even take medications because of certain side effects. We man nemba ye alcohol forming. They rather prefer say be original source and say oberfanjo. Then no basa na everyone say it put them at risk of what getting the stroke. And then maybe na more almost sugar problem. And to more sugar problem. See the sugar and so we won't control the most of the complications no a nerve problem. A kidney problem. In fact, kidney cases are baby, baby now they have sugar problems. Okay. And then baby na cha and na ultimate eye problem. So these are the major ones with the sugar and ultimate causes stroke. And your mom more cholesterol problem. It was the doctor say my cholesterol was so. It was cholesterol was so. But still I know who can crown fast when they on hand on but we will be our cholesterol was so in fact very easy to get the stroke because we be what dyslipidemia and cholesterol problem so cholesterol no fatty deposit when peduanum say to me in fact who to me why kakra etimi enante oni peduanum na akọ block wa adwene mu nti block adwene baby e block no e won say sa part no moja ntimi dey moja ntimi nkọ ho so the moment moja ntimi nkọ ho ne pe that is say part of the brain engage bio and they want so one say na mass symptoms and background or ta show no and these are the major though there are other causes especially more tanum sapa yes what tanum sapa it put you at risk young nom tired drugs especially the youth who call club now you see how they handle it smoking now then one of the easiest causes of waiting stroke no and mom the illicit drug but we can say we should do na ba montia youth may be no go so no we you be no sa into bonia it put they even have a higher percentage of what getting the stroke and these are that na bia say baby en fancy adwuma bi ni ti abofom anase bia ono bia nya ntokwa na bia ordinary above form those people no they also are at risk of what getting the stroke and these are the though there are other causes at causes stroke no but these are the common ones then common within Ghana here in temporary now so means is what pressure no because pressure no, from my experience or more my sorry no baby now either so pressure and also sugar and also cholesterol percent so we can carry no and then bema no e bo no ma onu me do kakra no we jai otimi jatum be 1 month also me hoye now cha no transfer aba fani bio we obi a we sa na end enya kra ha ntebi so be bisa say nti say na doctor wa kan se menya stroke then na e be kire in pembe na no before obi mpakun benya stroke no there say either say setting in before born say mpakun say aba ni mpedum that is stroke it is already setting in nti no nyame catch am for say most of the times conditional one and say what me the ehwe na treating ye nti no ebo one more one man ni titimi ya ne pa especially more pressure you see himself pressure sometimes they cause not sometimes in pembe be na ya cause headache nti ebo one man say ohun say ne tie ne ya na akoto painkiller bi no anom na akofom na ababio wakoto painkiller no anom we obi a we sa na what mean say you are not treating the managing the pressure very well you are just as what so and we obi just na the pressure it will come to a point that it will be uncontrolled in the do stage now and everyone say in pembe benetimi mo munya aneurysm be emphasize the blood vessel within the brain it me a pie
okay dog any more video no mre
video ni obi now always stroke nko any over 80 years ni we bubu kra na oba asoye any chance oh stroke na no enye sunsum yare nimdia doctors nakopon dia ma doctors say ye betimi aiden treating no ntino be say so
ani twetwe nyina ne sisi I start say bibia biem
Johnson atoko
but na still na stroke no wo na Johnson e balance na stroke no so eko
stroke no oko ese mentre stroke mense ben kumna ya na wo so kakra anzo me stroke ne ya me antisabio
the stroke no eche wo ofa onsa left no sana na ochem stroke ne kan to kra
Mintumansoro. Daddy na Mintumansoro. The started a Madunara. Tacope. No, sorry. I may empa boss a solo. A yampa boana. Macacasa Horoma. No, sorry. Na Mabim. Well, my fuck maybe.
Sisi a me no kase sa pomo de o de bo life keke usia
na so ego kakranti
nti no na se stroke na kan oto okra na untumi nsoro kra na ebusa fo cha na e bo pampers nyina
pampers me masu pampers am usually be that's be 40
Anyanum na yase ka kum yagin kwakwanum na we dey feel penina nkasa num na before say odo badju bet na ma kokoko ba bi fofura na say na obi di ndru fofuru bi abram amaso ahwe
Tiani dog evidence base.
Oh yeah. To see any accommodation
yeah. Now say Jobet and ama ahoden abasa.
Yes. In fact, yeah, well, video square since say.
Okay.
But because of sensitivity in fan by. In fact, your videos of kidney failures are hepatitis B, HIV obi a edidi na adwem. HIV na child tim didi wadwem. Edu sa stage ne say impembe we no doctors umejao. You will be an order or cry, say, and yet me with me and but because of this, young person show on that aspect, intending for no by. But you're even more testimony more than this. In the same mechanical stroke, Mr. and yes, some stroke and yes, spiritual courses. So, who was stroke, Mr. in Tempana, so who boosting was stroke in Tempana, Fanibel Jubes near Shamano, and Fanocoto prayer camp, Mr. When a quarter prayer camp, because stroke is a child. I say I join permanently. Hands in business, oh, be always stroke in Tempanano, fair numbers, no fair fun about job, maybe a bit mad and a bit machine pack number.
But number never down.
But in fact, first of all, you two can not connect your road, including not connect or road. I will fray your numbers now 055 242 8780 055 242 8780 and also offer 020 955 9216 020 955-9216. Offer a more direction. Now wait me by for you.
I mean, sure, Pa Jobet Herbal Clinic. Now, you say Dr. Neo Kai and Kano, be how drain and a can stroke. Apart from an oil area of Frena or Bejo so. No, because what's now any dim. Now, any birthday for a cabo madera, dear Saint Frank, my own nominal. Happy birthday, call Ma Sheila. Happy birthday, Sheila. Eradin show. No, no, kesi baby any old compound. The one hour. Ya me emphasize.
Tiba kwaba emfa emra bedwam jubede so on Adom TV live on DSTV channel 280 Go TV channel 119 Multi TV dig boss on say live and so honum. And pay that so ajebre na do afidie ato Adom TV. Ese aha na abetie nsempede nyina e de efre. Bidin the akwasi in Siamofan Chelsea at me and for same the Kajumedie Amro. The Minister of Health, Member of Parliament, Manager of Gaboso constituency, Honorable Kwabena Minta Akando Atnase. Kumodia Udo Bebre. The Casepa Efa says a wona a core hospital, not do health insurance a qua. In Twin Tracy on records. Now, if you are refer back to the old system, you saw a folder at the ban. Maybe a babadri, dear na buying a ye and prem. Or how bad na near and can near woman and can smooth out another doctor, Odo catch and know you or records now watchers and animal show do one when they meet me a show, aquatwal, dear na home. Dear Pennyfonso, a bit me. Now, the Minister of Health, walk out there.
Yamene mo pai bo me hwe.
Gabo so boko.
Yame adom boko.
Oh na ko abra mi ntaka. So the last time me hunu emsa nurses ne ba wona me hwe wani achi na black ni nyina yida na ba beka fita. I'm so wow. Tedious.
Well, ebia with or without the position, I would have gotten here anyway.
Okay.
Me obi a minya gray hairs in them.
Oh, okay.
As far back in secondary school.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes too, the way I see eja meeting, the way I cut it, e man from pa those days.
Yeah.
Inti uja me nwi ba gray and so issue. Yeah. But okay. Anyway, gray there. Obi a one interpretation of gray. Inti and I don't like adding chemicals to my hair.
Oh, okay.
No.
To be jaba na ya. Okay. Stress na.
Well, I'm really enjoying it. Well, you cannot say so. Yeah, health minister. The place is a very sensitive place, and so you should be on top of the work all the time. But I don't think that BBI was stressing me too much. I was no.
That appointment really enjoying it. As a surprise to you.
Appointment
as Minister of Health.
Should I say a surprise? I think I was honored, but Muni said na a surprise baby, because. Namia Daroma, at the time I was a fourth timer in Parliament now.
Yeah.
What I say, be a member of Parliament for Sabi, my pay me dues to the party.
16 years.
From a youth organizer, deputy regional youth organizer, substantive regional youth organizer, fourth time in Parliament, deputy minister for lands and natural resources, a ranking member for 7 years.
Yeah.
So it was not too much of a surprise, but I felt humbled and honored.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say surprised. I don't think it will be the appropriate word to use here.
Okay.
But I felt very humbled and honored. It was not an entitlement. It was not my right.
Yeah.
It's a privilege to serve my people.
Okay. And you are willing to serve?
Why not? At any time.
Minister, I didn't know if you call hospital, so yes, I refer back to Kofa Fodabre. DNS.
Well, nanke ni kwansi edru ha.
Okay.
Na enema hu se mia minua okoboy I issue some right to be responsible. Ebi ewa hu bia.
Sure.
Very good. To the press conference at my end, but I'll give him one advice. Issues of this nature, say, bow party for be push you, but you always have to remind one thing, that you have an integrity to protect. It's a work can be, and you have to be very careful. Omo be push you now. Koko. When you go as you are, that same party, about power makers who need integrity, they won't even give you anything. They can't use you for anything.
What you say?
You know, Mamisha same free baby, they be drew her, then you not what reminded me, my joining in there. They see and say in 2000, in fact, a NDC are buying his essential John Dramani are buying in 2016, and they see you bear e-health into a pilot.
Yeah.
Into a pilot way, you know, in 2019, and MPP are buying a signed contract with company BFN Lightwave.
Okay.
Into Omo can say Omo connecting 950 health facilities. So what I say. Yeah. Now amount as ika put 300 that size ayine so $100 million. Omo fanye.
Okay.
Now omo 3 years from 2019 to 2022 and a contract it was a ewu.
Okay.
Into ewu ye no. Now omo ntumi connecting 950 no enwie. Almost cited some other reasons such as COVID, money at the day, into a month to me and we. And almost extending another year to expire on in 2023. A BM 2023 so a query, you know, not a moon ye. And almost extending the BM to expire on 31st December 2024.
Okay.
But you imagine what you are saying.
Okay.
Until after 31st December 2024, no, there is no contract between Ghana government and sa company, no.
Okay.
Okay. Now, into be or Becca say, ye can say same way now, because are buying at terminating or abrogating. Now, some now you can on TSA. You cannot terminate an expired contract.
Contract be anyhow.
But what I say?
Yeah.
What I say, what I move on.
Yeah.
Into the issue of a buy for rubber, into no. Occupying Kwaba doesn't arise at all.
Okay.
Because there was no contract.
Okay.
Let's move on from there. Now, out of the 100 million Amakachi no, omo year and Amakachi say 950 health facilities. At the end of 31st December 2024, no ma connecting move 450
out of the 900.
Out of the 950. So there's still an outstanding of 500 health facilities.
Okay.
And Omotio Musikani Mube $77 million. Hear me well.
Okay.
But what I say, $100 million. You trade 77. 950 health facilities. I move 450.
Okay.
What I say, now there's this argument say, oh, again, ye per se, ye di eba. Now number one, say per se ye di eba contract be anyhow. The inside so be able to.
Okay.
The sign will 500 be why you touch it.
Okay.
And then fire and non-fan come and grow for. Why do we come back to touch? I mean, tackle 450. No, it doesn't make sense. Nti contract ni mo no. You're divided into be a friend milestones. Milestone 1, milestone 2, milestone 3. Nti milestone be a area. I was say be a de ma abai no. So I say infrastructure need be because as a Chinese say, yeah, health data. And you can say individual be more ultimate control and national security assets.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Okay.
Until we are handover.
The Omu setting up the whole framework. And I said
no, you're dividing scope.
Yeah.
Until you say milestone 1, ABR connected all the teaching hospitals.
Okay.
We are handover.
Okay, that data no.
That data need to be the why you infrastructure need
be aban ho. It is who connect the teaching hospitals ni wia. Now aban no full control on the data.
That is it. First, need point say wo vendor no control your data.
Okay.
I was with the administrative access in my yen.
Okay.
I was with the administrative access to the server no so my yen.
Okay.
And let me also make this point. The fact is say obi the server babesi doesn't mean you have access to the server. Server enya dia ya twere wo ho akwa abekenkan bibia wo so. You need administrative very good access to it. Nso wo dey obi betimi the server babesi wo dem.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you have an access to the server. But what you say?
Okay.
Good. Inti ya nyesa ena ye kan say baby ye drew yaba de abanye tua oka ene de waye bia no hand over to us.
Okay.
Contract that expire. Whether we will sign a new contract or not, we must understand what we are inheriting.
Okay.
I was here to say, you who the why. The audit. Instead of the PM. Audit no ye no ba kwa who ye say. Ba kwa who ye say. Infrastructure nankasa. Hardware no. Ebi o ha yes yankoto HP laptop. You will quality I specify boy say it was not specified in it was specified the quality of materials was specified in the contract.
Okay.
We can get cheaper ones. Ebi o wa the quantity ebi a momfa 100 nko. We be call na ba assessment ebi a na 50. These are gaps. You quantify it was around 18 million.
Okay.
What I say. Another sensitive one.
Okay.
How boy na nkasa no wa admit it. Oh, we ma make catch.
Okay.
Contract no anya pre-finance.
Enya
pre-finance. Uria ba bia de obeye no abeje hu sika.
And when sika na odi kan dey here. Wa sika na odi
contract. Yes.
Okay, so
contract be as anete.
Okay.
Wahu.
Okay.
Ebia o ye contract ebia utia ye pese ama mobilization. The ma mobilization we are de obeye bia no rezi certificate.
Yeah.
No abeje nkaye no.
Okay.
Now, the who ye say you sign out of the 77 million no. In the year 2024, no, no, about 10 to 11 million dollars there was a tackle about 157 health facilities.
That was an appos a security car.
That be a part of the 77, a part of the 100 million.
Okay.
And a part of the 77 million make us a diamond. Now, sir, 10 to 11 million dollars, no.
Okay.
I was over the year about 157 facilities. You call no, the team verify no, na 7 out of 157.
Okay.
What I say. Now, see the call boy a kind of response on him. So, what response me be actually say, or say, payment have been 62% from the Ministry of Finance.
Okay.
And 38% from the National Health Insurance Authority. Totaling on one kasa.
Okay.
So what? Make me for the amount. Very good. On one kasa, my main kind ebia second page wa. Maybe what can say facts false facts by the current minister.
Okay.
False in between to date, Lightwave has digitized any false claim by the current minister no.
Okay.
Or see, payments have been 62% from the Ministry of Finance and 38% from the National Health Insurance Authority, totaling $76.99 million.
Which basically $77 million.
Okay. Or say, paid and 23 million outstanding. Or say, as of December 2024, reconciliation showed an unutilized advance. Tie, onwa okobo eno.
Okay.
Onwa so the three sasika we you. Out of sasika we in November, otwe mu $5 million sasika we.
Okay.
Onwa the three sasika we.
That's what I'm saying.
In November, aka 1 month na contract na expire no. Out of this 10 million, okobo twe mu $5 million.
Okay, so was it the second or
third milestone?
Third milestone. Okay.
Third milestone.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Okay.
Contractor, and even if Minya Okoboy, unim say, if there is nothing wrong with the contractor, you have the mandate before the expiration of the contract to extend.
Okay.
I don't know why. Why didn't you do it? What I say? On one a year, or they may clarify. No, maybe they will have to go back and look for a different response to the press conference I'm hearing. Then on one and why agree say, yeah, man, 77 million ampa.
Yeah.
Why agree to say there is on or see in his own language showed an unutilized advance. What it means is that he's been overpaid. Unutilized amount yet to be
That be when you have to overpaid in what sense? Because the quantum sum of the contract, no, $100 million, and you can $77 million. It didn't overpay.
Overpaid because the actual can only one.
So per $77 million, not why you also year 22 him for
77 million.
You know, so
I was say, or year 143 plus 443 plus 157. 157 I mean we do come to see you know.
It is 453 no
453 why
no
okay. Why 453 once I catch us why you verify 450.
Okay.
In the 443 plus 7 now make us out of the 157 no why you 7.
Why you 7?
Do you understand?
Okay.
And no me nya sa 440 450.
It will another by 150 actually.
Very good. On ye ya chia ho kafo. So that is what I mean by he has been overpaid.
Sir, as
we no eye okogbo ankasa response.
Okay, sir, we are no say we share the quantum of adwuma no ye na ejina most of our teaching hospitals.
Exactly.
It is so we sika ebe kosa ehodum na. Basically so no okogbo ka ba ko be say uka the 500 na aka no ebu mu a obo health population ban enru kolebu any
no cheap. It's easy to do. Okay. The question is, I don't know.
So big, I didn't know. Obet me about no or say baby and the padudo on a one.
I agree. Yamount you contract near 3 years.
Okay.
Yamount 5 years fire.
Okay.
And also the kind of cry therefore. Into the air for no. Your children can you know the amount. I don't know why. Why didn't you do it?
My money is $100 million.
Oh. They make kind of say, Yankuku, your contract now, Yankuku $100 million in your farm mouse, a jet nafako.
Yeah.
Name the obey biano, inti anka, sa 10.something million. And you can't say the man on Teso, I win a juma.
I said, what do you want to have?
I can't on your saying what they won't grata by near Chiauka.
So it means that when you chiano ahead of so
fantastic, that is what I mean by he's been overpaid. Into Oshia Jumano, why yes, Siano. Any sikana, ye dear man na. Ono a okogboy ka kire say tie brofo no no kan ye no ye nko hobim okogboy say payment have been 62% from Ministry of Finance and 38% from the National Health Insurance, totaling 77 na me kan ye na ndo ni mi ni chinye.
Okay.
And ono a say and 23 million outstanding or say as of December 2024 reconciliation showed an unutilized advance.
Okay.
An unutilized advance.
It will be what we start lightweight for $10 million no away.
So these are the issues.
We no say away.
In fact, apart from that, we know we sign the invoice square bread so we say be Jessica free aban ho.
Say the juma de oguso ye.
No, I didn't say won tiase yi. Say aban etwa sika e de maw. Oh, number 1, me di kan ka kire say. Yemfa sika na maw ansa na wakoye adwuma no.
Yeah.
What you say? Inti say wo Jessica no, na say won ye hu adwuma, you've been overpaid. Number 1. What you say? Oh. Number 2. Say aban sika wo ho. Adwuma wa ye no is a match up to adwuma na wa ye na. Won untumi san ko Jessica biem emfiri aban ho. Na waka say wa adwuma no gusu nti ma sika mo. Yenye ne saa. Patako what you say? But say what you say me gidi ye say tie for bebre no e beti ase. Nti na me pese to me bo no. Nti and again in some portions of na statement no or say we have terminated, we have abrogated the contract and it's so free.
Because on you adwuma no.
The contract has expired. So why does the termination comes in? Yeah, but contract expire terminity.
But as a nation,
so I'm interested. Then I'll go back and take you through. This guy has been very wicked to this country.
Why?
Both the vendor and you see, Osaka have no point in time I can't say vendor no or onye Ghanaian. The vendor is a Ghanaian. Everybody knows him. Resident in Atlanta. And the cloud infrastructure, the development and the deployment of it, sits in India. That is what I've said. It's not in Ghana.
That's
the cloud infrastructure.
Possible ministry.
And then catch said, when we come and put a server there, the server see now, it doesn't give you access, administrative access.
There will access na uni and say a bit a
data. But what is it that we need? But let me develop. Probably make betwaswa.
Okay.
Inti ye buy ye no. Ye we nyina wie ye no. Ne ka say masa. O de bra. Na one yen transition na hand over.
Okay.
Under normal circumstances no. I was say oh ye could get a buy no. I was say owner ade no. Ni kwa say or no kra no access. Or no why we allow him access and no because out. There was a buying and there was a control data.
Baby a dream. Baby was a see.
Baby was a see. Anybody control data. Maybe be a. Near say okay. Before we proceed from here, software no. I almost sign contract no. And you buying there.
Yeah.
Light wave. Into a friend length no.
Yeah.
Into you know be sign be a friend no. Service maintenance agreement.
Okay.
Yenya ni offer no.
Okay.
But answering the best sign agreement as part of the contract, you say, give us the access, the administrative access to the data and the service.
Okay.
Because they're sensitive records.
Okay.
So what I said, until the money we are, then we take it from there. In the contract, I say he doesn't want to hear anything about data.
I said, about data no
exactly. In the contract. And in fact, when you know, by inviting one-on-one around the table, we had discussing this issue. So, one-on-one. And there are other CEOs in the ministry. Yamo also are engaging, they are also in the picture. Also, on my ABM or say, yen 450 now, you verify no.
Yeah.
Yen kasi you verify 461.
And no catch us catchers were verified 461.
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
Or see the internet no say one cast one verify.
Or say or no say the conditions in the yen kasi you verify 461. Yes, no. You verify 450. It is a additional one be a yen hu ya put your fabra.
Oh, okay.
What you say?
Okay.
The way you know chino. Na do baby and you doom. System call off. And my say, Okubo say we don't have evidence. Say we do my DNA. The whole country will be our health professionals. Somebody you mean you munim sa de udumu no. Nyame America. I get the response from the grounds. For the past 2 weeks,
doom. Or no one doom a
system no okay, shutting it down. In fact, for the past 2 weeks, the whole and now I can say the whole thing is off. Well, the point is that so when you are buying crowd bibia your mra maimu. What you say? A buying crowd they will car any into you take us to court. But who do baby na so say what doom system no. Nyina also very dangerous. This am reading nyina no. And now one very interesting thing he was doing. Or no year when and they were planting stories in the media. As though the ministry was doing something wrong. So they were planting stories. But that time no, yamba bontin because you need to be my bontin make problems in Ghana and find Ghana for abra any solution.
Okay.
Inti baby you do you say okay. Baby ye come
yeah.
And then any bit me aya be free sat bia we mu. Then ye dey be do ha.
Okay.
Number 1. Yen kan say ekoshe nema ni nyina ase foforo. Number 1. The idea do ha ne say na software no enye Ghana dia.
Minister Fachemi, now me read this message from Lightwave. Also systems being shut down. Akwesi. Please tell the Honorable Minister, nobody shut down the system. Recently, facility managers have disconnected connectivity to their facilities to prevent Lightwave staff in accessing to provide support. These disconnections invariably causes a trigger that would lock systems out until connectivity is established.
It's not true. Me, personally, the minister and other CEOs have engaged the man and we're persuading him to switch it on. So I didn't know I didn't come in switching it off. I mean, let's not divert. People said their as embassy they will set their questions. Now, one way you lose track. Now, I can discuss somebody, and so I won't discuss this. And I'm saying that where we stand now, sabi you a chief for us. Me nim nyansa say ade ye adwuma emfa pressure bia meto me so no. Me say men disrupt no.
But does this hospitals no more access
be? Enya no correct. Lightwave nankasa e won nkrofo on the ground omo ye adwuma no. And the hospitals for no any omo ye adwuma no. Hospital ben and no pay assistance. I will say Lightwave. We my assistance, but me assistance me pay. Look, CEOs call the guy. Say massa problem a yɛ kɔ no mu ni o ka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ what the invoice abrɛ minister muntua ne ka nti ontumi nye bibia. Please let us not divert the attention. It's not true what he's saying. Look, me to minister, me a doctor, me a clinic, me a hospital, me a adwuma. I get a feedback from the grounds. So the medical doctors and this, Mr. Minister, Director General, CEOs, the ECOMUNIO, then we respond to that. And indeed, when you confronted the guy, he accepted it. So this one, let's put it aside. Intino, I will say a solution. I didn't think the idea bedroom her. One. Okay. The idea bedroom her, and cast a conscious system in your answer for. Okay. The idea bedroom her say software no and ye dear. Intino, ye need control. You need control and ye dear. And a cast and can sign agreement, not so on chassis. Number one, software. Into the and say Ghana and Casabe penny software, any individual being able control perpetuity. I have to say Ghana and be owning the software. Ghana buying Ghana and Casa. Now we are working with NITA and the security agencies so that we are a national security asset. The records of patients. I need to say also the will be quite more one can control as and when he desires. It's Ghana buying quality all the data no empty meba. Okay. Software no ebe run away no you say a person are buying and air control. Into we are all build the software and all build we are hand over to the state. Contractor be a fan so on build software all build we are it's for the state. Let's move on. The same contractor now be collecting data nana. Okay. So data, my main show. Now, and I'm saying no access to the data, any access to the data. Okay. I have say on my access on farm my okay. We had to think out of the box to get the data. Okay. What I say. Okay. So fortunately enough, the claims database of the National Health Insurance and now saying when you claims sniffing to know. Okay. We had the data. We are doing something what we call reconstruction of the data. Okay. What I say. Okay. The last 4 days on a briefing, we had reconstructed not less than 14 million and 71 visits. 71 million visits. Okay. So we are reconstructing the data from National Health Insurance. From National Health Insurance. So what happens to more use to private insurance in this way? Obi use to private health insurance. Yeah, or no data ewo ebia or tade ko Kolebu Hospital. Say the pebet me are collecting the data. So data na ye develop no as and when ye be drew where no. Okay. We are developing it more and more and more and more. Okay. For now no, but ye drew no, and we are starting with there are other angles avenues are ye used to. Okay. But and until I didn't want to go there because some of these issues are a national security issue. Okay. Mention but so those things. So that's why I sighed before responding to it. But if I also don't respond, Ghana for no mutie and because hey, the data and the class so that is why I have given you this answer. Okay. Now, so we are solving the issue of the ownership of the software. Okay. That's what I say. Okay. Now there was another dangerous thing. According to the expert, so no. Vendor, no manipulative, so you don't give the vendor direct integration of your national health insurance billing. Anybody, the ministry and our buying must own what they call exchange. Okay. And a middleware. Until you cover vendor, and the vendor will come and plug into a hono and data will be launched in. Okay. Until you be able to plug it in. It's not saying cabana and setting the base. And now be all baby a plug in. It's a whatever person you the every month. I had the what you pa. So these are the problems. Into number one, that's why we are working on to get the software, okay, and then to get the middleware. Okay. In the idea, see, you can be afresh because the IBN is for the state. Into the fee say anyone who will ask him for it and will chase him for baby. But at the moment, solution here then and ye pay. Okay. Into Yankopon Adaroma ye roadmap a year press conference no. Your presentation and all the community and all stakeholders are on board. You invited medical superintendent group. Okay. You invited the CEOs of the teaching hospitals. You invited National Health Insurance. You invited Yoko. AG is on board. Minister for Communication on board. Nita Munina, everybody. A national issue. So what I say. You see, I'm more pilots. And they were at Rich Hospital. They were roll-up plan. the first week, you will roll the teaching hospitals, the regional hospitals, and the highly populated districts.
Okay.
What I say. If we are the second week, you will come to the rest of the teaching hospitals. No, you about it me we no the third one. No, about the polyclinics, the health centers, the CHIPS compound. Near we the fourth week near mop up. Near we. Okay. What I say. And so now we have a solution, and I'm able to come here to speak because I have the solution.
It's no games so. Omo ye ho amo.
And I make software no. I development. Your friend games. This in what's about here LEMS.
Yeah.
Where your games. Where your Ghana Health Infrastructure Management System, Ghana.
And one the control, one share games.
We are engaging a company in Ghana.
A private sector.
Yes. I mean, if you are building the software, you engage a private sector to build the software for you, and then you take ownership.
So BBC say, then your mind Ghana, your health data could be a private sector and some near same another private sector now build there. What will be the difference?
That question, you must 10 times. As for the building of the software in the year, or building we are okay. Into control ni wo some.
Okay.
Into data ni bibia wo some. Una wo control. Into vendor na cry baso baby bibia. Una wo allow access onto it. We are what screening the okoye no ho. Then he gets out.
How much will it cost Ghana government?
These are some of the questions. You see. I mean, it is very, very important, and I think I have not regretted it doing politics from the grassroots.
Okay.
And being a communicator for the party. Some of these things, it helps you. You play the devil's advocate. Okay, I make questions. I anticipated all these questions.
Okay.
I anticipated it.
Okay.
And so, in fact, when we engaged them, it was my target to say, Sir Jumana, game LEMS that work no mo ye kwa to see ano amount of mo charge me make sure say obi obesa adwuma no on charge up to that amount so that nobody will come and tell you criticize we na we mo be adenti mo de eboro so nti hear me well.
Okay.
And when I make a statement, I make the statement and I think I corrected it at the Asempa FM.
Okay.
I said it is going to cost us half of what LEMS did. So the impression is that can half of their LEMS did 100 million.
Okay.
So can half of their 50 million.
Yeah.
But that is not the point.
Okay.
Okay. Once my catcher will say,
yeah.
The infrastructure no.
Yeah.
What I mean is that SaaS software no and then you roll out and they are making and in fact there's an additional project and anchor LEMS about the middleware na making. Into what the nina ebomo the omo year amount no more the same thing no the year kwakofo by half of what the LEMS charge.
So how much did it cost us to get the software from LEMS?
I don't want to put the figures out.
Honorable Minister of Health.
No, I won't put the figures out for
Ghana
now.
Fosika.
Oh, I won't put the figures out for now. But what I can assure you is that it is not up to the amount and in fact it's about half of what they charge us. So what Ghanaians are interested in is value for money.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. ATPC are going to say how much are they going to use to build the same software? Yeah, but the same quality of service.
It is.
I'll
answer that question.
Better.
I'll put it out there. I have nothing to hide. But at this stage, because we are now building the system, rolling out things and microphone also from and this we'll come back to this conversation again because I can't hide it. It's out there. And when we sign the contract to be that, in fact, Parliament can yesterday somebody even asked me the same question. Parliament can even ask me to come and bring the contract itself. They have the right. Nothing to hide. And so I'm being guided by all these things.
It must sign a contract maybe.
Contract.
Money games when games now you're building.
Yes, we are on it.
Contract.
We are on it. They are doing the pilot now. We are on it. My catcher say you have 4 weeks plan.
Okay.
My church first week there be second week there be third week there be so you go so here. That me the catcher also say they are even doing the pilot now more rich.
Honorable Obi Kacho say a car and I will bought Ghana. Obi no say because you were Obi our building the same software plus data. Yeah, Ghana buying $77 million.
And so Obi a ball a buying a car. A year they say a buy a bon can a farmer yen and ne.
Yeah.
Ye baby a tea. What I say?
Okay.
Sanka. you have ownership of the data and can encounter through these problems. If you have the ownership of the data and access to the server, any software now, we won't go through this system.
If the contract now, you're Ghana buying the signage and say, every lot to be able to be a jai home back any from a government. That's what farmer ya. I didn't impress the legal assets. Near one of Sabana Bedu Sabri.
Oh, everything I'm talking to you about, don't forget you're near your map for 4 years.
Sure.
Until more and more should have ensured that this happened. So we have just come.
You took over that contract, no? I
spy.
So now you have a full control of BBR.
As I'm who can know Sanko.
Matu, I'm telling you, before we take you over.
Let me name them, take you over.
That is no on a bank running contract.
Listen, my catch will say, a project no, yekon, also hand it over, nkakra. So the ministry should have insisted at every point in time, me buy and my to BBR, sir. And that is why I did the forensic audit. You cannot refer anybody to any place when you don't have the facts. You don't know what exists on the ground. You can't do that. And so you do that. Oh yeah, you invite him and then tell him that, look, at the end of the day, you have to hand over to us. And also on
Minister, so for the past 8-9 months, this is a conversation now.
Yes.
Back to back.
And you see, at a point in time, and you see, the interesting aspect is that the vendor doesn't live in Ghana. He's not resident in Ghana. Although a Ghanaian, but he's not resident in Ghana.
Okay.
And you see, I've gone through a lot as far as this thing is concerned. We have dragged this issue for over 4 to 5 months. At some point in time, I had to stay behind and push other people in to go for negotiations. It didn't work. We were not dealing with somebody who was reasonable.
Thank you. What is so because Kwabramenta can also pay 23% from light wave. Our contract no renew and son now we have permanent no do before say contract no come
look, let me tell you this, let me put it on. I've heard issues about vendors say obe releasing me videos. Maybe I'm a
also videos, baby.
I don't know. You will release my videos. A whole matter of, you see, if you are dealing with issues, that's why I don't want to bring those things in. If you are dealing with issues, you don't act tangentials.
Okay.
You understand? I'm a village boy. Me a village boy. And sabi in previous, me a rice farmer. What I say? Inti, me name Brisi Kasa.
Okay.
You understand? Inti, so you can go to hell. What is important is that you look, I have asked people to even talk to him that, look, we have Adentina. So me request be free where your man offer. Say you person signing a service maintenance agreement with you.
So who na ko person ko gi 23%.
Service maintenance agreement.
So o na must renew the whole contract na ko dey wie 500 na aka no.
Me say service maintenance agreement na me person me just 23.
So the service maintenance agreement ni jumu a. Ye ko enim na no. E ka must renew the whole contract ni bi. No dey wie 500 na aka.
No po dey.
Na you say ka wo pay 23%.
Yes,
as commission minister no correct.
I can never do this. Why? So for what? Yes, be a name free say. The service maintenance agreement is completely different from an extension.
Sure.
Okay. Sure. So mean demanding 23% for service. I don't know answer and I know me demanding. So what? So it doesn't make sense. Oh, Obi also why now you say Opiso Chantrono. Look, as well okay. I can mention names of more catch almost say this guy he will go after. Look, let me tell you one thing. I'll tell you.
Okay.
You call Onga.
Okay, United Nations General Assembly.
This guy confronted me in the street, insulted me. I am telling you. Oh, he insulted me in the streets of New York. Confronted me head on. Yes. And apart from where you know, me free Onga buy and do you know. Let me send the man offer. So we are ready for service maintenance agreement. This is how reasonable I am. And I'll tell you another thing. I'll put it on air. Oba
yeah.
Was it or the invoice aba?
Yeah.
The invoice no, you try to about $1 million. You try to invoice neka. Because say contract they work with you no. Awu. So based on what can we pay you this money? Until they in part na me first submit your car. So people were like, okay, then let's sign the agreement. We have to look. I was even prepared. Say, because the contract had expired in 31st December 2024, we can even begin the new contract from 1st January.
Okay.
Are you? That's how reasonable.
So, person, yeah, extension now.
Yeah, extension. I'm talking about the service.
Okay,
maintenance.
Okay.
We can begin from there.
Okay.
To have a 2-year contract, what it means is that now within the 2025, we can pay you something.
Oh, okay.
That's how reasonable we were. Why would I go and ask for 25%? For what?
I would say 23.
23%. For what? You see, so Nipa ni Brea, and I can show you messages from 3 days, 4 days ago. People reaching out to me from what he's saying and all that. That in what am I doing? If you are in a public office, some of these things will come. I am looking out for worse things than this. If he has any evidence, some me demand anything 1 Ghana cedi from him since I took office as a minister, you should put it out there. He can go to hell.
You resign.
You can go to hell. I resign. If he has any evidence, if he has any evidence, make a blame entire kind of since I took office as a minister responsible for health, but demanded 1 Ghana cedi, I will resign that day.
On a problem talk about Minister of Health. Son of Paji Bebe
Master, me, how? So he can go to hell. Whatever he wants to put out there, I've heard a lot, but I know the consequences of what I'm doing, and we'll make sure that we protect Mother Ghana. I will not allow any blackmailer. What he's doing is blackmail. He has held the whole country to ransom for multiple weeks, and he's veering into blackmail. He drops names as he talks.
Obere Patnama, please.
The issue is with the security agencies already. Makacho said all the stakeholders are on board. We have the AG on board. Everybody is on board.
If you term the Jumedi as blackmailer and we against Ghana, Obere Patnama, please.
You do why you cross. So I get when I work on maintain baby as I say my demanded 23%.
23%.
I don't mean my demand.
As a base case power.
And I'm saying that if he has any evidence, some may problem in Takando, me say, on my 23% and even 1% of the extension, I may say, may resign. I'll resign. Oh, what kind of? You should know that the type of person you are dealing with. It's called something Jabba.
Lightwave, Papa.
Lightwave. It's called something Jabba. You should know the kind of person you are dealing with. Me, I will not divert. Let's look for the solution for Mother Ghana.
So what I'm going to talk about now is the trade. Come down, waba. Ya betua. Ekubade so. Yes, I'm a cover BMT. But I'm to send a trade. Come the Honorable Minister of Health, Kwabena Minta Akando. And the Moran Chebekwa nominate Dr. Bernard Okoboy, former Minister of Health, and so I call you Komo, efa the same and Komo ya yedi ehom. Na ya share kwen betimi afa so yepe ne puma sibre and sena Honorable Kwabena Minta Akando ekano. For now, he's not putting out the figure about how much ebe cost Ghana buying for games. Juma ya omo eye ehom. Now see every pem or the figures no eba make us say imbusa eba makes a police in the drone no any Mr. Wada so pedu papa betumi aboa ma diabetes ade etumi ye free one ulcer cancer mojamroso hypertension ekum nipa no awrewo ekum nipa do timi so ya pedro why efa ye ho ya pedro fa ye na wankofa asembia meto wabusuya som Oba Mr. Wada candidiasis enyo ya de bone pa eguma ni mu ase e ma sabi be ma bi ampeso e ba ho be ma bi aba ona fo wo twetwe no so de we enkoye meso unya imbus heba make sure that me aboa akle ni nyina e de frɛ honam ya oba boso me aso abu nsada bia oti ya me ka kyerɛ SES o sam ya nketenketi bi won ma bi obetimi aba but so ya na no koye den pa so ohia painkiller da bia bebu nsade a ene e ha unya imbus heba make sure when ma to ntimi endidi waye mre waye bojo ojo ba bia enye wadura enie police ni na duro no imboost herbal mixture o ma ba bia to do bia kwa onsa ebeka bi ato besro kode kope bito na emwa ye pam sas na Queen Bees Catering and Decoration Services. Queen Bees Catering and Decoration Services. Enye, edewu, Mr. Pebi, breakfast, pa, cocoa wom, oats wom. It's a breakfast, min kan dien mejadien. Breakfast, min kan dien mejadien. There be amka was, uye dwumakuo. Na opese, o manfo, MPA tabiase yakoto awiane a ene Queen Bees sign contract sem stro de bia ankran krojue mu serve madwumafo breakfast anamu ya adwumafo na de madwuma kura hye ni breakfast policy bi o na se 1% mo giam okay se de bia yam pie basa na affect adwumant no Queen Bees be serve ye breakfast ye twiaka eti ade achi wesimi pe obrayo wesimi pe oat wesimi pe Tom Brown wesimi pe cocoa why ni nyina oba obi edi bone de ho uba ne yi obi ade no achinje bi ani ho no atwi aka na akọ Queen Bees aduane so ade ne bo so wo fom pa ti bisro memo koto aduane bi ama breakfast ko enhu o mu ni hweye the Queen Bees dey be from 0244 362 256 0244 362 256 and 020 897 1019 020 897-1019 na any Queen Bees any egita home mamefa happy birthday for Mama Margaret Afia Sika Asari of Achimota New Plan and your birthday so we show happy birthday. You are 71 years today from your children and grandchildren in Ghana, Canada and America. We say live long and God bless you. If we set Kwame Boateng ehono. Enti momu ye show happy birthday. Nyakopo enchira no onyo kese ko ise obeye kese pam. Then also happy birthday to senior Kotoko fan supporter JC Maker sales representative Bibia Ebi and your birthday. You wish you all the best. Nyakopo enchira na onyo kese ko ise obeye kese pa na meto eyama why meto chocolate amount ebi meto chocolate amount why so happy birthday enko enfa and then also happy birthday to Sheila Agana, an entrepreneur at Bibiani New Compound. As you celebrate your day, may God put a smile on your face every day and answer all your heart desires. Auntie, well, okay. Auntie Joe, happy birthday. Enko Enfama. Mame kwa maso na the former Minister of Health, Dr. Okoboy Enkochi. Enko Dr. Tinka Mwachalo pay eba bedwam dwumadi so.
Oh, yeah, Michelle, Washefo Suna.
I have also Joso Edawase, Dr. Bernard Okoboy. Limbs contract, ya musan ya ewu ya mu free office. Na ese omu siesie omu ya ho adwumadu ba bia also mu dane data no bibia de magana bai. Mesro sana na wo contract na mu no mu sign mu ana.
First of all, no, Maminka say Limbs project, no, a project, and our contractor, digitize Ghana, hospitals, and our clinics are your okay.
Yeah.
Now, a Jumano Shati 2019. But in Kofobe Brain, say, Limbs, end this 2016, and a more approaching government say, a more unique solution, be able ama Ghana ya jai folder any city near man. 2016 NDC by sign contract. Emma Lim are moved digitizing 25 hospitals in the central region, including Cape Coast City Hospital. Ejumanu Koye now is the first time in Ghana Yatimani Obia ultimately 2 hospitals Eddie Omu Bonkomo. Now Omu Abaisi company no air approaching Ministry of Health ministry. Yedumaya Ejumadu central region. We did say you Ghana never poor. And Ghana banki too. Yet the contract no, you so sourcing because no more pet and a sebi or much less or more than in Jenny say or make me my hospital by who another if you won't kita folder. And the Ghana buying and you must sign contract so moon digitize the whole Ghana. Now, yet a Jumano and Ghana for the Brentino. Yes, she almost say out of 90 states
hospitals and our facilities of digitized. There were small ones I from a health center. And no said you a human no because work at the wall doors. Okay. Before in a year soon doors. And yes, you say more moon for shouting fear here. Among big hospitals like Confanoche, any Kolibu, any Kesiano, district hospitals, and some way form. In the middle, can say Lightwave are digitizing all district hospitals in Ghana. Out of the system. All teaching hospitals, all polyclinics, health centers, you are about 600 plus. Or more about, let's say, 190. I count about 300 people. Now, although contracts in December 2024, I say, a Duman or NCPA, actually, they've not finished. Out of is 100 million contracts. I buy NCPA, I buy about 76, and almost a Duman or now, if Obi here, Mama, on year, not cut out the year to my contract, no. A year now, a kind of baby, you know. And in Jazz, Dumano Acadium, who the competent minister, the only say, who the Nippon Nasi. Now, why what George say, and the Dumana Cano, and you only have 6 more months, no way, and I ain't Janisa for Bibiama Minako, Namin Chelsea, and I think, Kashino, minister, Akando. I refuse it and I unsucceed here. So the company to become. And you see, the other problem about it, problem here, no. Company look at a minister can't say, you need to be cost support him and manage him system. I any Katabia or Telebi my sky Beginaso. What they are buying what contract in a year. Who a company now a buy a mau Katabi, now cost you a tuma.
Doctor, as someone, I'll pay I see that Olam kwabla meta kando interview asem akọ so kan sen open up to limbs and penny form as obet obema omo maintenance service contract now before so maji sa contract no on fa back end data no emfa magana ban na Ghana ban enya full control because per the way amon share contract mo share the same uye every face bia na also the who data the back end no ema Ghana ban but see ka say abai ni full control on the data. On for data, that's what Papa say. On person better be about data, and because of that, don't mean signing sign another contract.
Yes, in the
me wa doctor.
Kata on our minister Kata now. But here transcript. Sabi minu nyame do yakosukwa kara.
Yeah.
Say 2 parties. Enya kitahu. Na ba ku pie wo dem say we say na nsiaka ya. Wa che Kata bi eche sa na tie. Oh, me catch away because you see me Martina order.
Okay.
Yeah, because you say, I buy way by no, and your companies via Lightwave Jumana or no for the past 8 years. They be a ministry on the same farmer. Now, yes, they say, I buy way by no, I buy way any one of those companies. Yeah, Jumama or more around so more DT Lightwave CEO. Now, Lightwave, where say, we are IT company, I have IT for the Kata. But we can tell yourself, Manu, source code, I say, software now, Ukitano, Kajina, Ukitana, yes, Runkona, what you mean, contract, and no, the Ghana Jano. What the source code, no man to pay. Nobody radio, to me, won't quite over to you, Jumano. Or bet to me, the whole program now, I develop it after many years, no. After year, other jobs are, after Juska, is that what I hear?
Okay.
And the minister of the data, no, any SM, and drop. Ghana data ni na our first floor Ministry of Health video no.
There be osi CDA eso but abai ni control our data ne so. Just a light way for the ma access to Ghana ban say na otimi akọ data nim.
It's ya floor access to data and na kasa yi until you free no anytime I pay access to the data yenya. Yeah, I can't organize say one source code I think I set a source code and they revealing how the program works. One year. And yet, on for me, now only they don't have any competitive edge over any company. But what I say, competitive edge, they say, IT company, and there's nothing between Lightwave or secret. And this is the process. And can't on your botel, and or you discuss it, the on person or the marriage, or you discuss it termination. In exiting the country and are leaving the Ministry of Health, or the BPA running program amount. Now, if you are my IT firm, on my end, start that, or being Timmy go share and copy and duplicate it, and for discount. Now, only the essay, and then on our kind of say, or the contract no yeah ka say private companies are almost pay light wave eduma no ba ku na account na dey eduma no I cannot say almost better software was our company ni ho ama what you have the price of lightweight see the kind of almost use lightweight infrastructure now we see no computer server cinema now so software ni dey okoto only dey just okoto no and the lightweight mo source code anka or the lightweight software ni na dream ekoye eduma ma what you obika and all I'm saying is that in all these our discussions is adibaku na yira o contract na you sign with lightweight no cross 28.1 and 2 ekate say your friend say dispute say in
Katakata
correct between lightweight and your friend is saying
government of Ghana. Yeah.
Contract ni say a third party propose a third party obi a no dey accept your own cambio no embetie mienu na asem.
Okay.
That's our third party no ensure kwan among fast to resolve issue no. Say eno so amfa any yen the bofo adjudication just en court.
So on kwabra mi ta kan na no pay catch say what try so many ways. Ama mpanifo bi afre no but still na esi. I was na say krobo call UN General Assembly meeting. Lightweight papa no confronting no edi na tem ke cancel one ensem fata.
Is ya Jamie?
Meet you, doctor.
We a minister now starting kata say ya. You are not being professional. One more personal and emotional issues. Where Ghana tem na kano.
Okay.
Akonya na kando ona ba kano tina suda. Uko tina wa odi obi sebi. Akuntokwa wo kwan uda na o betina akonya no so a. Ye mfa saa ntokwa no embe ye Ghana adwuma. In Kofona kind of the Kazanina, unofficial, proposal unofficial. I said, Odi Obianya Sema, work of friend was so bad, this matter. Yenuma Diana in Kata. But when we kata, what Atando is supposed to do our own day, I don't have a Ghana problem. You say, austerity led with any differences. No, you were official mediators in Ghana, who lawyers are your companies or mediators, Game and Game back, Omudos.
Okay.
Omu share issues now. Omu tell me what. On me produce transcript. They say transcript. I say, ya tu amu kama mwa yejuma unse anukwani na haneda. Anka ye kase mediation company biya ye. Na wakase o lightweight baye mfuntua. Sebi, make us a lightweight. Ye mediation for akano. Ka undim. Se enusu amfa. Contract ni se ye for court. Na insiya bati diye. Court ni wa Ghana wa brocho. Se judge shewu no si. Hey, insiya ni yoko boy. De womu ni se lightweight ambomodi. Ana kando abomodia.
So, Dr. Bernard Okoboy, do you admit, say?
1 second.
Okay.
Up to now, the honorable Kando Reafin who said, "Oye minister, now junior is so 2 meter lightweight. We are buying now the obi sign contractor. Munina mutumi pe. Engina ntokwaba yesi mumfama third person. All this one, honorable Kando na eka na asem. Onu na waye no complainant ni judge. The contract doesn't give him that power. And finally, let me tell you something. Audit of lightweight, no. Let me tell you, any audit company, IT companies are more pay lightweight human eye. Me, I catch you the first time on your show. And secondly, audit report not on our account of Kitano. Company na lightweight catch say, Mr. Why your auditor? How am I responding? This is standard practice everywhere. Yeah, up to now, you can say on our account or the audit nation Kotoko. Obia ni Ghana we will audit, no. Or see, or the Attorney General for advice. Advice in bedroom a crown, one young company that we are breaking news. Mr. Honorable Conda said, didn't you know what high private company area like with Betuma? And so all you see the name Ghana Health Information Management or the Catania Masu. On your board, non-book company did the secondly. Why base you offer a wako high star company no? Now in here, the Emma Suma Ghana and he said, company no and yes 500 health centers now can on my way. Honorable Kando say, PT hospitals now, lightweight by no. This is hospitals now, lightweight by no. Company where in town call started training on a different software, where a serious financial loss. And to me, too, for say, the incident now, and idea that me solve the minister no jai sebi, and tinti. Now, or the Adinoma mediation company, now a trade to come, or trade hospitals,
Dr. Bernard Okoboy, do you admit, sir, $77 million na muchiade ma light wave no? broso $10 million wa bra na adwuma wo so ye no wonye enusa bia o say the size ka no e ka no
Esia the one me say I to be a road project amount. Or your road now, you 1 kilometer no the cut aba na watua.
Okay.
Or you 100 kilometers. Or you 100 kilometers and let's say 1 million Ghana cedis. Okay.
Yeah.
I say every kilometer is 10,000.
Sure.
Or you 1 kilometer no the aba. All these certificates ma abai no na abai e tia no ka. Now, you do a bino, you reconciliation. You mo e dey reconciliation say. You share dudu aye tia o any dudu awaye. And a reconciliation means say Etuma why no to be match about $67 million.
Okay.
And everyone more say yeah, cause I like to until I can't buy and any said no matter. Even some of the health centers now, yeah, can't say yeah, no. And some of mobile system no so no. Who call echo training and the machines call. There are Etuma no cost to steal. And the honorable candle air can say, oh no, or just can I have to but we have reconciliation now. Some of the Jumano Muyana Ember in Captain. Once those hospitals come like pet, Jumanesi, and the Ghana binding like to Bajatumu say, you a project in Intino, Opu Kosu Yeno, Scano Mukitana, and Jumano NCNO, you have advanced certificates. What it means is that project new or yeah, and so obey Yakusiho.
Okay.
Now $23 million now, Kana, Ebema, after a scanning in Ayatiomono. What's scanning in Ayana Jumanin Sia? And what to be quite like to perform. And all I'm saying is that it's an ongoing project. The Kabia will like to be same or course why you Jumano. And a minister way and from the word go, why not you say like to be Jumano or the company for now a sad Magana. The company are all the millions of dollars actually over 157,000 Ghanaian health workers and IT experts. You're tuning in out to a pronomo. Now you are pay ya nipa.
So what was the people? Doctor, now as the contract, now the terms they say, or yeah, you may do fan or than the Amagana buying.
People are 100% or the Amagana buying. About 20% of the work to be done. Now, baby, I am a say, oh, Yamano, 76 million. Now, so hospitals, no, why you only have 450, Pato or more money information and a details. Etuma ewo all the hospitals enye pet.
Okay.
Etuma do a nice way beye ewo let's say Jini Health Center any number on board no. It is far different from Kolebu. Health centers normally workers and do 750. Some health workers or more workers up to 10-15. 500 na kano. In terms of workload for the contract, you know, it amounts to just about maximum 20% of the work.
Okay.
What it means is that Lightwave has done between 75 to 80% of the contract sum. And if they've been paid about 76%, it matches the work done. Maka will show this Meka all the 500 health centers. And you may say here or moon, and to say only G, any Kolebu, only 2 teaching hospitals. Here you are. Honorable Kando, you have the opportunity to network the whole Ghana in about 6 months to 1 year. Check the BBT. What type company where I was proving self as my Jumano? I'm a fun new company. I'm a Udiomuti. What to Mudi said? Ghana Health Information Management. It's a lie. It is a private company. We are journalists. We'll find out.
No crash on me a private company. Now, so we develop a system new year. On the Dani at the Amagana, but not Ghana by any full control of the data and the system.
Madam. Before I can't buy, no full control on Jai Sachem Katami. Katami in Troy, Ghana for. Ghana already has full control. Listen, company are where I work for. Now only maybe like you have catch on our candle say, you need contract via own place over my crack at BNT. You need to be cost my 150 Ghanaian workers. No, we do my still yet to muka for the past 1 year.
Okay.
My share no. You need to be my own cost my 7. Honorable Kando, Sika anka ya chatu or budget ya chatu or MPP time anka MPP no wa. Sika is better like with no. And then Honorable Kando far or the kwa company na odi abano. Na company way se Akando antiomuka omunso score the man ten like with you. So it is the conduct of the minister that is giving Ghana problems now and not the company.
So Dr. Benokoba, so maybe South say.
Yes.
Are they for all these years here, I'm the contract more and more na expire na ye renew na expire na renew wo you covid time ni every mu a dey na man ye difficult nti ama light wave entimi anwie all the 950 health centers connection.
Thank you before me answer no.
Okay.
Who say no kobo na be catch you say a private company and I dey juma na.
Yeah.
Who see Ghana health information? Who say what you say aban na me.
Yeah.
That was a serious deception. I exposed it. Wako fa no any private company. Emma watu no din Ghana. Me hu ye mabo. Mami comedy. Esia na oni bibi ejuma na light wave aye no. Politics intina ye jojo light wave. E see wo Canada. From Kwame Nkrumah to light wave aye no. Now uko hospital bia uko saline eco pay folder. To now a country like Ghana with a population of 30 million. Say udio bia share computers on in that form. And although Yama light wave 3 years showing you know, it's with all due respect. And yet light wave and soon as a project, you know. Imagine light wave never say wako Bokatanga hospital. Say over 2 weeks, so the money number 2 computers.
Okay.
Say Omo Bokatanga and cooperating with light wave. Omo need enough IT officers. No we have 3-4 months of training now. The behavior of Bokatanga, who is part of Ghana as a state, you know, can even prolong your friend is saying
but doctor, Obianim said before so by a gargantuan contract like this. There are pilot stages. And the church said how many challenge say. So what was the consideration? The money you consider who say I consider a bit to in completing the work. It the market on say. And this time near to me we are
with all due respect, light wave now the first company on networking 25 hospitals. And this abresu akando said in the party abresu and a light wave yes at 25 and nobody see and then a Ghana see. Now so they will only say uko yet let's say Cape Coast Teaching Hospital now networking to Winneba. Now on your experience Opi Central Region could do Bogatanga or Upper Easter. Okay. And then said the ocean or Cape Coast and one of the two but what you say. Okay. And for every local in fact what we call reach the crowd now on internet access. And see the center na Accra. And see, omo per light with a jumano. Me ye breaking news say, omo per light with a jumana check. And so we am for and what the sad me say, company na account of see omo per jumano. Unim say, Ghana na only 3-4 hospitals spec. And omo akoye digitalization. Now the S say, that 3 ni kwano. One now we call the other. This over a folder. They don't talk to each other. On our account. It's now taking us on a road that even experience can completely. It's in Stroma Ghana. First of all, one man 73 million. Say one for light wave and snatch it through a mediator and resolve the problem we are. A two-man light wave here in the sky in our ship because training a polybony jiglo behind I cannot say or start for him to from. But let's sell. Start Katani said, just I know any Ghana now. Instead before I'm ready, wouldn't be actually. Yeah, committee the IFL steering committee for light wave project, you know. And we have almost shut down a project, no. Now, when this is the constitution of the committee, the Minister of Health is the chairperson. Director General of Ghana Service account, IT officers and CEOs of all teaching hospitals, and IT officers from Ministry of Health. On him said, it is MPP Abayawa every quarter, after every 3-4 months, that committee which I know much say to man quarter. In this by a 1 year, I'm not about candle and fair 1 meeting. I'm telling you on authority, IT officers now candle because you have press conference room. Okay. Now outside IT officers. But Akando has refused to even work with the IT officers, our Ministry of Health. Can you imagine?
Say Dr. Bernard Okoboy, a former Minister of Health. Lamti sene Shenkobo Eddie Afa this LIMS games, Ghana health insurance, private health insurance, Oko hospital na Oko fa folder. Oko hospital na do card H10 year you data nyina dia ma na doctor etmi show. E won say but say kakra de e wo mu yese aban sie ma ne be sa boso ba ko entem. Na the new company na eba on board no. And for to have some data be together na Yankee started from them. Now, me ba show video be. Say, anopekram ne afia makwata makloka nwasem. It's about sa sojenia oko pharmacy shop. Na oko hwe nkrofo ho all because wasoma me akoto adura bre na adura npa kokoto no. yam say na say drone or kwa je ne sika back and ye ka say pharmacy do to adura yen sa farmer back and say ko farm to once but share video yi yen ko di e ho nkomo
Today what? What? You know what? Hey, what could you do? You do so I am with you. Hey, you get.
Okay, enti hu abubefu ba sam no kese yakwa akwache no soja ni no yakọ akwa akwache no se mpacho sa video ni so ready ai ma amanfo ehwe soja ni no kodi sa nyambra sem e o pharmacy no yakwa akwache nto nie asefem na etorabia okan wasem wa janka you just leave it to Ghana Armed Forces, the Chief of Defense Staff and then paid for the ministry say into 1 month some of these things need to be talked also and my name koso sa or memo and you say but you are said to be job produce service I say why are you arresting they arrest you to come and eat fufu. Happy birthday confirm Henrietta Richman aka Chef Netty, Chef Hetty of Cafe Bar Noir. Oh, okay, Chef. Happy birthday, Uncle F. My shoe on the best. Nyaminyo kese. Because it's obeye kesepa from Fantidor, Mame Boatima, and I will separate him. Then all Badwam team, there is Chef Mrs. Henrietta Richman, aka Chef Hetty of Cafe Bar Noir. A happy birthday. Now make out say Hogbeja 2025 Grand Deba and so Edronum. So ye nyina ye share ye kan won say a grand festival ya e baso ewo aloga Hogbe Park. Mfache se mamodi nya mfache mpa nyebo apayo. So me da we ya e na ye share as ye 1st November. Me da we nyina me da we ya e na sa Grand Deba no but ye nyina fie no nyam ko teach na enye first so akobida obon say yes a nice a colorful event. Yeah, you always wish to be there. Hobeja 2025 is here. You say don't miss it. Me did akwasi insiana say kese koma production team enyina. Ochine da for cause na share Adom TV. Yakra.